Samwelb12.
Watch it. Samwelb Experience.
Hello, hockey fans. Here we go again. Another series, another league, and it's all the same sport. The AHL Calder Cup is getting going, and our beloved Toronto Marlies are here, and they are taking on the Chicago Wolves, and it's been a little while since. Back in 2018, the Marlies last won the Calder Cup. They're looking to do it again, and I cannot wait, and we'll be remembering that team in just a little bit. But BD Gaines, welcome in. Philip, how's it going? Billy, good to see you. Lala, hello there. Welcome in. Gumdrop, Dallas in the house. Welcome in. Bart, Herman, good to see you. Clipsy, welcome into the show. Welcome in, one and all. It's going to be a doozy tonight. So there's a lot of names we're going to know, a lot of names you're not going to know, but it's going to be a fun one tonight. Hey, Vaughn, how's it going? Yes, of course, Oak hit a home run today, Vaughn. Of course, because we're not calling the Blue Jays. The only time Oak plays well is when we are not watching it. And I tell you, there's a lot of sports on today. We're going to be following up on the Blue Jays, who are currently up 3-0 in the second. We're going to be keeping you up to date on the Toronto Argonauts, who they're on right now in their opener, their season opener against Montreal. And while that's not going so well, 2 plays, it took Montreal to score a touchdown. So we'll be keeping you up to date on the Argonauts, the Blue Jays, but most importantly here tonight, it's the Toronto Marlies entering the championship round. Game 1 of the Calder Cup final. It is going to be absolutely epic. Aliens, what's going on? Greg, how's it going? Welcome in. Kirky is back. That's right. Heineman DFA'd, and lots to talk about. We'll do that a little bit later. Mario, how's it going? Welcome in. Good to see you. Now, as you're coming in, hit that like button. You know the drill. And let's jump right in. Hey, Sean, what's up? Welcome in. Let's talk about the lineups for tonight's game. We're going to start with the Chicago Wolves. Now, these are the projected lineups, courtesy of Flow Hockey. For line 1, it's going to be Bradley Nadeau, Ryan Suzuki, and Justin Robida. On line 2, it's going to be Vasily Nuchev, Devin Phillip, and Ivan Rybikin. Line 3, it's going to be Josiah Slavin with Skylar Brindamore. Little rods, little guy. Skylar Brindamore is not so little anymore. And Noel Gunler. On the 4th line, Alex Turcotte with Nikita Palvachev and Evan Vierling. On defense, it's going to be Joel Nystrom and Cal Foote. We got Ronan Seeley with Oliver Legault and Huzo Valmaki with Dominic Fensmore. And yes, this is the Carolina Hurricanes AHL affiliate. Carolina has both their NHL and AHL teams going for the championships. Hey, Rob, how's it going? Welcome in. Hey, Darcy, good to see you. Now, for the Toronto Marlies, who have been playing great hockey, the top line, it's going to be Vinny Lettieri with Logan Shaw and the Cowboy, Easton Cowan. On the line 2, it's going to be Jacob Quillen with Ryan Tvorborg and Bora Vallis. On the 3rd, it's going to be Benoit Oliver Grew with Alex Nylander and Mark Johnstone. And on the 4th line, Michael Pizzetta with Luke Himes and Landon Sim. On the D side for the Marlies, Willem Villeneuve with Marshall Rafai. We got Matt Benning and Henry Thrun, and Dakota Mermis with Big Cade Weber. On the goaltender side, Artur Akitmeov, who's been absolutely outstanding. He's going to get the start. He's been lighting it up, leading to some potential goaltending controversy. The Maple Leafs, all of a sudden, with Artur playing unbelievably well, we don't know what goaltending changes could be coming to the big club with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, as we look at the leaders for each of these teams in goals, Grew with 28, Nadeau with 27, Logan Shaw leading with 31 assists, 49 for Unger Sorum. Total points, Logan Shaw with 54, Sorum with 66. Tvorberg is leading the plus minus for the Marlies at plus 18. Robidas at plus 20. Shots on goal, Alex Nylander with 153. Robidas with 191. The goaltenders kind of tied, and oh boy, this is going to be an epic matchup. The Chicago Wolves averaging about 3.2 goals per game, where the Marlies are at 3. Goals against is 2.5 for the Marlies, 2.6 for the Wolves. So close in the stats here for goals for and goals against. On the power play, the Marlies are sitting at about 20.4% compared to the Wolves' 21.2%. And on the penalty kill, also super close, 81.4% versus 82.9 for Chicago. So super close in statistics. This is going to be one heck of a series. Can the Marley get it going on? Raccoon, I did watch a little bit of it this afternoon. Onyx, how's it going? Welcome in. Jonathan, how's it going? Welcome in. Robo Ninja, what's up? Welcome in, everybody. It is crazy expensive. We are glad you are here with us to watch along. So thank you for being here. Again, the last time the Marlies won was back in 2018, and these were the absolute beauties that were given out for the Toronto Marlies when they won. These rings were absolutely stunning. So there it is, the championship ring from back in 2018 when the Marlies won the Calder Cup. It was absolutely spectacular. They did a great job. They got the trophy there on the side, and an absolutely spectacular job. So there's your championship ring from 2018. Let's see if they can get another one this year. It is going to be absolutely epic. Now, it's a little bit different in the playoff format here versus the NHL. Here, they play a 2-3-2 style series. So 2 games in Chicago, they come to Toronto for 3, and then if required, back to Chicago for another 2. So it's 2-3-2. And if you are in the Toronto area, tickets are still available. So get them where you can. Noah Beatty Gaines, they gave them out. So after this is a replica. After they won, they gave out as a giveaway for when they raised the banner and everything, they gave out replica rings. So it is pretty sweet that they did that. So absolutely amazing. And let's go. The Marlies going to light it up. Easton Cowan, hopefully going to continue to tear things up. Easton Cowan has been wonderful, of course, coming in and playing here. One of the top scorers on the Marlies, along with Tvorberg, Shaw, William Villeneuve is up there, and of course, Vinny Lettieri. Vinny Lettieri is having an absolute wonderful playoffs. The Marlies have been playing excellent, and we look forward to watching them continue to go full tilt and just bring us home a championship. Bring a championship home to Toronto. Now, some of these players who you may not know, but you've seen, or maybe a game or two in the NHL, Jacob Quinlan, he's 6'1", 204 pounds. He played a few games for the Maple Leafs this year. Let me see this. Oh my goodness, absolutely crazy. Let me do this here really quickly. All right, so Jacob Quinlan doing. We've seen him. We've seen Grew. We've seen Luke Himes. We've seen obviously Easton Cowan. We've seen Pizzetta. Pizzetta didn't play much. We've also seen Tvorberg and Alex Nylander. Everybody knows little Alex Nylander. Jamie, how's it going? Welcome in. But I already have a Rumble subscription by trade. There you go. Well, we are glad to have you here. Aiden, how's it going? Hopefully, where's for a new hockey fan? You're a Seattle fan. Well, welcome in. Seattle, listen, nothing wrong with Seattle. They're going to be much improved and continue to grow. Hey, Newfie Outdoors, welcome in. So many good players. I think a few could definitely come up. Absolutely. The defensive side is going to be interesting. Big Ben Danford in there with Dakota Mermis, Marshall Rafai, of course, Villeneuve, Chadwick. We got a good young crop, but I think the biggest question right now for the Maple Leafs is, well, Maple Leaf Sports is what do they do with their goaltending, right? Hildeby and Arter both playing good hockey. Arter, he's been outstanding in these playoffs. We're going to have to see what they do. So let's go. There you go. Missed out last year by lining up the wrong gate. Oh, Grega. Oh, that's brutal. Caps fan, welcome in. Good to see you. So let's go. Anthems are just wrapping up, and this game is about to get going momentarily. This is going to be absolutely epic. And okay, I got to just do a little reboot over here for one quick second. Let me do this, do this, do this. Hang on one second. Holy smokes. All right, the anthems are done. We are set to go from Chicago. Game 1 of the Calder Cup Final. Game 1. Wayne, what's going on? Brandon, what's going on? Candace, how's it going? Welcome in. Let's go. Mega, how's it going? Bad influence. Love it. Dan, welcome in. Time to go. Marlies, what you going to do? You're going to light it up? The Allstate Arena. Or no, not the Allstate Arena. Where is it? They are at, what do they call their arena? They put up Allstate on the scoreboard. It doesn't matter. They took it away from here. Darn it, I missed it. I missed it. It is the Allstate Arena. All right, there it is. The Allstate Arena. We are locked, stocked, and ready to go. We're going to flip our screen over. Of course, just like everything else, things will update and make its way forward as we go through. The Marlies, the Wolves, about to take this one to town. Gonna light it up. Who is going to come out on top? Let's go. Marlies, Wolves. Third season, John Gruden, third season as the Marlies head coach. He's been doing an absolute epic job. He has my vote to come up and coach the Maple Leafs. We will see what he could do. Hey, Major Walker, welcome in. First AHL game. Let's go. Hopefully they'll get some better camera angles here today, because sometimes on Flow Sports, the angles are a little, it's not great. Well, let's hope this one is going to be a little bit better. We are set to go. Top lines are on. Puck is ready. Here we go, underway. And the Marlies going to come away with the first puck. They're going to flip this one down the ice. Cannot get it in. Chicago turning it around, flipping it right in. And a nice stop there by the Maple Leaf tender. He's going to kick this one aside. Holding back forward, a long pass across. Toronto going to work their way up. Now it's going to take us a little bit to acclimatize ourselves with this setup and how the Marlies are going to work through. And you can already see a lot of these widgets are behind, so we're going to make sure we give them, or are they just going to stay behind? That's fine. It'll kick in. It'll kick in when it decides to. Wheezy, how's it going? Welcome in. Face off in the Marlies side. Marlies going to win this one back. Camera's a little far away. Little outlet pass, trying to get it up and hit there. That one did not work. Turning it around, Marlies put it in, comes right in front of the goaltender. Fensmore going to work this across for the Wolves. They're going to bring it out and down the ice. Dumping it in. Toronto going to backtrack. Coming out to stop it here is the netminder for the Marlies, Artur Akimov, and he's going to play it ahead. Here comes Toronto. Heads up, looking to play it across. Bad pass there. Intended for Matt Benning. It didn't connect. Chicago coming in front. That one is kicked aside. Playing it back to the point. Chicago working it just wide of the net. Looking for a bank off the boards with Seeley. Coming in front of the slot with a shot right on. That's taken away. Toronto fans on the pass. Chicago another shot. Artur with a big save. And the Marlies going to work this one out. A little give and go on the move. Logan Shaw bringing it up the far side. Shaw going to play it across right on. Banging and crashing. They can't put it in. Coming close. Holy smokes. They're going to move this across. All right, let's update this screen here. So they've moved it around. So we're going to move a couple of things around here real quickly. Bear with me while we make some adjustments as their screens have changed. So we have to change some of ours. There we go. Bring it down. We got a whistle here as the puck hops into the Marlies bench. There we go. So that will keep you updated on where all the shots are coming from. So good hustle, good work. Right now it's Chicago with a couple shots towards the net. Thanks, guys. I'm going to kindly ask that you please refrain from the Blue Jays chat right now. Let's focus on the hockey game. So let's hold off on the Blue Jays chat for now. Thank you kindly. Hey, Captain, welcome in. King of Zombies, go Marlies. Welcome in. Hey, Terry, welcome in. Bring this one across. It's going to be played back. Here come the Marlies. Long outlet pass, going to be dumped in onside. Trying to come down in the corner. Picked up by the Wolves. Wolves trying to play it around. Nylander digging in there. He can't come up with it. Chicago going to play it around behind their own net. Little outlet pass. Almost sprung for the breakaway. Comes right on Arter. He's going to play it up. Chicago knocks it down. And they're going to say, no, a hand pass. Hand pass. So Alex Nylander with a little bit of an opportunity, and Chicago wasted no time jumping the other side, coming hard down the ice. So down below, the little blue dots, those are the shots from Chicago. And you can see Chicago has the little blue. The orange dots are from the Marlies. Hey, Brad, welcome in. Here we go. Going to drop the puck. Face off just outside the Marlies side. Linesman having to put them in order. It's going to be one back. This played across by Seeley again. Dumped right in. Marlies going to pick it up along the boards. Hammered there was Ben Danford. So Danford in action. He's a big man taking a big bump. Picked up in the corner. Marshall Rafai over to Danford. Going to flip this one down the ice. Marlies can't get it. Chicago turning it over. Toronto bringing this one in. Here's a sharp angle shot and a nice save. And a little bit of a crash in front of the net. Whoa, really getting in there and mixing it up. So it looks like we're getting a penalty here. Is that Pizzetta? Linesman referee talking to Pizzetta. Pizzetta came in crashing in hard. Hey, Guy, welcome in. Some big guys playing. Hey, Rick, welcome in. And Pizzetta, that's why kind of the Maple Leafs picked him up. Hey, Paul, is they brought him in to bang and crash and create some noise. Wow, Yannick Turcotte playing in his first game since March 28th at Grand Rapids. Was out with injury for a little bit. So getting himself in here, coming back, and there's no better time to come into play than a championship series. Game 1, best of 7, Chicago, Toronto. This is going to be played to the middle. The Wolves over the line, but that's an offside. Good run in, but just in on the offside. So Amir Mafinikov is the goaltender here for the Wolves. Interesting. He's not on the media sheet. But Amir Murfikov, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Oh, the slime is coming out. Marley's going to dump this one in. It's brought right back out. Luke Hames was chasing. Chicago setting it down, and that's going to be an icing call. Robidas thought he might be in there in time, but nope. It's called an icing, and Nadeau is not happy about that either. Has a couple words there for the officials as they come back down to the Chicago side of the ice. Hey, Owl on the prowl. Welcome in. Hey, Bruce. AHL is incredible hockey. It really is. And yeah, Hammer getting involved. Very nice to see Hamilton getting a team. Hey, James, welcome in. Andrew, how's it going? All right, off the face-off. Logan Shaw. Whoop, nope. They're going to false start. Everybody get back. Logan Shaw in here. Ready to drop it. The linesman putting it down. Chicago wins it to the corner. They're going to play it up, chipping it just out. Racing back, trying to get in here and grab it is Villeneuve. He's going to carry it around behind the net. Here come the Marlies. Marlies on the move, playing it ahead. Marlies put this one in. Goaltender was coming out to play it. Marlies trying to get in there first. Nobody at the point. It comes all the way out. Villeneuve is going to race back to try and pick it up. Mermis here with Villeneuve. Going to work the puck up. Chicago pressing hard. They actually take it away. Chicago just inside the Marlies blue line, trying to play it through. Here comes Chicago up the high slot with a long shot. Doesn't get all the way through. Good block there. Down on the corner is Grew. He's going to play it around. Back to the defenseman. And the Marlies having some trouble getting out of their own side end it right now. Chicago keeping them in. Trying to work it around. Hey, Zoran, how's it going? Welcome in. Here's a long shot. Little collision in front. We got a penalty coming up. Another shot in order. Akemov is going to make a save. Slavin ended up in the goal, and it looks like the Play is blown down for a high stick, and now we got a whole scrum going on. The pushing and shoving is happening, and 3 Marlies just absolutely mugged the Chicago Wolf player who was dishing it out, and they said none of that. So the captain for the Wolves is none too pleased, having a few things to say, as Josiah Slavin getting in there. So we got 2 and 2. So we got a high stick call and some roughing, it looks like, by the signals from the official. So we'll see what he's going to do. Hey, Randy, welcome in. I appreciate the kind words. Zoran, my worm supplier. That's funny. Hey, RT, how's it going? This is the AHL, the Calder Cup Finals. So this is all the teams have an AHL affiliate. So it's kind of the NHL minor league system. So a lot of the names on here belong to the Toronto Maple Leafs or the Carolina Hurricanes. So we're going to see what the penalties end up being called. Now, a lot of the stats here are not as not as well listed as they are for the National Hockey League, but we'll make do with what we have. So we got a Wolves power play after that scrum. Chicago going to come away with the power play. Their AHL rank was 4th on the power play. The Marlies penalty kill was ranked 13th. That's in the playoffs. Up over the line, Chicago going to bring it in. Going back over here to try and get it as Cedric Paré. Now you might be familiar with the name Paré, as he was the one who hit Patrick Laine last year in a preseason game, which knocked Laine out with a knee injury. So Paré in here for the Marlies, killing off a penalty. And Mermis going to send this all the way down the ice. The Wolves going to look to carry this one up. Just about 5 minutes gone in the first period. Shots are 5-3 for Chicago. Chicago going to back it up again on the move, trying to cut through and dance through is Suzuki. Suzuki trying to come across. Trying to work this one through. Breakaway, shorthanded. Toronto can't settle it down. Good chance there for Ryan Tvorberg. Just couldn't get it. Holy smokes. Absolutely crazy opportunity here as they were trying to bring this one through. Back over at the side. Chicago going to pick it up. Chicago going to look to move it ahead. Over the line. Here come the Wolves. They're going to set it up in here. And Toronto going to bring this one right back out. Ames coming in. 25 seconds left to go on the power play. Long pass up for Chicago. In over the line are the Wolves. Looking to set it up. Cycling around is Verling. Verling putting it back. Seeley moving it up with a shot. Arter is there to glove it down as Fensmore going to take the shot. And he comes over and makes a great little glove stop to knock it down. Beauty. Which current Marlies prospect are you most excited about? Rob, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. For me, there's a lot, actually. I'm a big Marshall Rafai fan. Want to continue to watch Marshall Rafai and Willem Villeneuve. Those are two that I'm really excited for. And, of course, Quinlan and Easton Cowan. I mean, those are the 4 that I'm really excited for. Oh, Rick, I'm glad you're here, buddy. I'm glad I can be here. This over the line. Marley's going to flip this one down in the corner. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to do it. Power play has expired. Trying to come in front. Chicago almost gave it away in a bad position. Long pass across. Under 14 to go now, first period. Chipped in. Toronto back to pick it up behind their own goal line. Going to work it up here for Danford. Danford almost gave it away at the blue line. Alex Nylander trying to move this one over the red line. Nylander still battling for it. Puck is going to come across to the far side. Picking it up here is Cal Foote. Big old Cal Foote. Going to cycle it back, taken away. Here comes Toronto in the high slot with a shot. Oh, what a glove save. Big shot there by Nylander. Going to put it across again. Another blast. Deflection in front. Trying to dig is Mark Johnstone. He can't put it in. Chicago has it again. We're going to get a little rough stuff in front of the net. Good work here from the Marlies. But they just couldn't get it past the goaltender. Good hustle, good play. But Amir Miftakov looking real good in goal for Chicago. 13:18 left to go. First period, they're going to take a commercial break. So welcome in everybody who's watching along with us. Some Toronto Marlies action. Taking a look at commercial break. We'll fill you in on a couple other games underway. Right now it's 5-0 Blue Jays. 5-0 Blue Jays over the Yankees. And the Toronto Argonauts, well, not as good to report there. Although they have come back. It's 14-13 Montreal. Montreal started off with a touchdown on their first couple of plays. The Argonauts have come back in that one. So all the sports going on all at the same time. How about them apples? Chad Kelly, the starting QB for the Argonauts tonight. He's 14 of 23, 216 yards, 1 intercepted, 1 touchdown. And who got the touchdown? David Unger III got the Argos TD. So good job, Argonauts, as they're trying to come back. For the Blue Jays, it's Okamoto, who had a monster home run earlier today. And of course, Kirky is back. Kirky's back, and he's 2 for 2 today. So look at that. All of a sudden, Kirk and Okamoto looking good. Kirk hitting in the 4th spot, Oak in the 5th spot. So the Blue Jays getting it done. The Argonauts trying to get it done. Let's go. Did Rockford convert to the Wolves then? Sarah, I am not sure there. Hey, DND, how's it going? Welcome in. Why? Because the Blue Jays are better, DND. Not college hockey. No, it's American Hockey League. It is the NHL affiliates. So kind of above college. Hey, Lisa Terry, how's it going? Welcome in. Holy smokes. They're having audio issues. Now they're going to fix it. All right, coming back from commercial break. Amir Miftakov, 5th goalie in Wolves history to win a Game 7. He is a good goaltender. He's playing well here today. All right, off the draw. Wolves going to come away with it. Chicago very quickly up the far side, trying to chip it into the Marlies' end of the ice. That one doesn't work. Still trying to pull it through. Down around at the side. Toronto has to go back and get it. Right through the middle. Marlies miss it. Wolves turning, shooting. That one goes wide. Picked up behind the net by Thurn. Going to move it ahead, and here come those Marlies. Tvorberg. He's going to dump it in. They're going to try and give chase. Marlies ripping it around back up top to the point. Now they work it down, coming into the high slot, losing the handle. We got a penalty coming up here to Chicago. So good work, Haynes, I believe it was, trying to get in there. Chicago just getting a little over aggressive, and they're going to go to the box, and we should see the Marlies on their first power play of the game. Let's go Marlies. Thought the Marlies were OHL. No, above the OHL. So a lot of guys, Dan, that get drafted from the OHL end up playing here in the Marlies until they, or in the AHL until they get called up to the NHL teams. Montreal scored a single to put them ahead. Gotta love the CFL. CFL is the best. Shadows are brutal. Yeah, it's it really are. All right, so slashing is the call on Bradley Nadeau. And here we go. The Marlies with the man advantage. Shaw in here to take the draw. Let's see what they can do. And Chicago wins another one. And they're going to very quickly get this one all the way down the ice. Now the Marlies power play, their AHL rank is 5th. The penalty kill for Chicago is 14th. Here come the Marlies, 3 wide. They're going to hit the red line, passing it across into the zone. Taken away, nice play there by Slavin. Slavin going to bring it up shorthanded into the zone. Nice dangle around Shaw, trying to feed it through, and that one's taken away. Toronto with a chance to break out, a little too slow. Pass across, doesn't work. Back up. Now they come down in front, shooting. That one goes just wide. Shaw looking around. Shaw trying to center it. Comes back to the point. Villeneuve is going to hold on to it. Villeneuve, little give and go. He gets it back. Now he's going to play it over. Quick pass over. Cowan with a shot. That one gets blocked. Cowan trying to center it again. That's going to come back over to Shaw. Shaw to Villeneuve trying to move it over to the point to Lettieri. Lettieri's pass is knocked away. Chicago breakaway, shorthanded. Arter comes across with a big save. Arter Holy smokes. Great stop. Akhtameov with an unbelievable come across shorthanded breakaway save. That was awesome. That's right. Chicago is the Carolina Hurricanes affiliate. Great save by Arter, and he continues to impress. Skylar Brindamore, at least 1 point in 3 of 4 regular season games versus Toronto. Skylar Brindamore is a good young prospect trying to make his daddy proud. Hey, Candace, welcome back. Lucas, go Marlies, go. This around at the side. Marlies going to play this one back. On the move, 40 seconds left to go in the power play. They really haven't got much going on. Little drop pass, Toronto up over the red line. Bring it in, trying to play it aside. And again, Chicago going to get this one out and down the ice. Nylander is going to little step, a little drop back pass. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Another drop back. And the Marlies going to make their way up over the blue line. Chipping it in the corner. Going to try and chase this one down. Puck is loose coming around. Pare trying to get it to the point. He can't, and it's the Wolves that clear it yet again. And that is pretty much going to do it with 4 seconds left on the power play. Here come the Marlies. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Going to slide this one across into the zone. Trying to center it. That one doesn't work. Johnston was right there. Now he plays it in front. That doesn't connect. Back over to Benning. Benning slides it over. Pare down low. Leaving it in the corner. Chicago pushing up on their man. Johnston back with it to the point. Carrying this one around. Trying to be a little too fancy there was Thrun. It is kept in. Trying to work it down. Johnston chasing after it. Chicago bringing it back. A big hit there as Nadeau takes the bump. But they get it down the ice. Arter comes out to play it. Going to send it around the boards. Look out. Banking it through. They turn it over. Here comes Chicago. The high slot with a shot. That one goes wide. Trying to taste it down as Pavelchev. Coming out again with another shot. That one is blocked. Chicago going to keep this one in. Setting it up in the Marlies zone. Back to the point. Here's a long shot looking for a deflection. And it goes out of plays. Chicago coming up. Working it here. And we are 9:40 to go. First period play. Good action. Good movement. But Chicago right now seems to be the better team. Seems to be the aggressor. So good work here from the Chicago Wolves. The Marlies got to find their game here. They got to step up and kind of get working. They need to kind of get things working. Go Marlies, go. Holy smokes. Argonauts still down, just checking around the other scores. It's so good to see. Hey, Sean going for those Wolves. So good to see, or so good to have a chance to bring the Marlies on. 8-Bit coming in with the Flow State. Thank you so much. And welcome in, 8-Bit Master. Hey, Chris, welcome in. Gotta work, right? Gotta work. Marlies doing what Marlies do. And it's not easy. But they're looking great. So keep it up, Marlies. Chicago coming on strong. Marlies going to find a way to continue to build. It's so good to have a Toronto team back in the championship round. And we got to give big props here to MLSE, Flow Hockey, Flow Sports, and of course, Sportsnet for all coming together and getting a deal done to make this widely available. Well, again, assuming you have paid dues to Sportsnet and you get that channel. But I'm happy they made it a little bit more mainstream than they have previously. So thank you, Flow Sports. Thank you for the Marlies for doing this. Hey, Captain Canada. Go Marlies. Sandra, you know the Chicago Wolves aren't even based in Chicago. They're based in Rosemount. Where is Rosemount? This coming back across. Here's a long shot. Rosemount must be just outside of Chicago, I assume. One good thing about being here in the Northeast, plenty of hockey. There you go, Owl on the prowl. That is for sure. Lots of hockey, and this is going to be an icing call to come all the way back. Yeah, I did hear that they were in Rosemount, and I'll be honest with you, I never bothered to look up the proximity to Chicago. All right, off the draw, Marley's going to win this one back, sending it behind the net. Mermis playing it across. Chicago, really good skaters. They are moving. Marley's going to dump this one in. Now, Marley's made it here by the hair of their chinny chins. An overtime win. Advance them here to the Calder Cup Finals. Kirby International, thank you so much for the subscribe. Welcome into the channel. This over the side. Gru can't get there. Coming behind. Mermis trying to pick it up. In the corner, Chicago sending it all the way back around the other end. Looking, shooting right on, and a nice save again by Arter. Cal Foot getting in. I like Cal Foot a lot. I think Cal Foot is going to be a brilliant player. He's got a good head on him, good hockey IQ. Chicago has a lot of very talented players here. On Chicago, though, I'm very excited to see how Brindamore continues to develop. Nadeau, Turcotte, Fenzor. There's a lot of good players on the Chicago team. There you go, Candace. Best way to do it. Rosemount is a Cook County in Illinois in the Chicago. Okay, so yeah, I figured it was somewhat close. Another face-off win here for the Marlies. Going to play it ahead. Now to the middle of the ice. On the move, a little dangle there. Forgot the puck, picked it up. Tried to feed it to the slot. It's taken away. Chicago steaming up the near side of the ice. Stopping, cutting towards the middle. Robidoux passing it over. They score! The Chicago Wolves strike first. Chicago puts it in. Wow, what a goal. What pacing. They were absolutely tearing it up the ice. Unreal. Chicago coming, stopping, playing it in the middle. A quick shot, the rebound right over to Nadeau. Was that Nadeau? Right there on the side. Bradley Nadeau gets the goal. All 5'11", 172 pounds of them. Puts it in and gives Chicago the 1-0 lead. Wayne, that's a good question. But I'll be honest, I don't know too much about this Chicago goaltender. Amir Miftakov. He has 2 wins in the playoffs, a 2.36 goals against and a 9.40 save percentage. So only 2 wins. He was drafted from the Tampa Bay Lightning in the 2020 draft in the 6th round. Arter I can never say his name right. Akitamov. He's pretty good. He's 11-6 in these playoffs with a shutout, a 2.12 and a 9.27. Chicago is a 6-1 win record when scoring first. Marley's got to bounce back in a hurry. Going to dump this one all the way down the ice. Going to go change it up, get some fresh legs on the ice. Chicago now up 1-0. 7:40 to go here. Period number 1. Now these periods will go faster. They don't have all the commercial breaks and all the ad breaks that an NHL game has. Chicago coming in again around behind the net. Wolves trying to center it. That one didn't work as Palchev sends it deep and it goes up into the netting, and that is going to get us a stoppage. Great goal for Chicago as they jumped out. They were flying. They're really good skaters. Really good skaters. Yes, Greg, I believe it's his son, if I'm not mistaken. So Johnston coming in to take this draw. We're getting to the point now where you're starting to see all these 2nd and 3rd generational players coming up, like Skylar Brindamore as well. They're going to drop it, but blow it down right away. So we're going to get another face-off coming up here. They'll come back, Candace, for sure. There's too much firepower, too much talent. They will come back. So face-off in the Marlies side of the ice. Hey, Joe, welcome in. Off the draw. This is going to be won by the Marlies again. Long outlet pass, trying to get it ahead. Pizzetta swiping at it, going to play it down deep. Chicago in their own zone, going to look to work this one across. Setting it up behind their own net now. Marlies watching as Johnston is guarding that middle of the ice. Chicago going to work it over to the far side, dumping it in. Arter comes out to stop it. He's going to play it over. Couldn't connect with Mermis. Comes down to the half boards to the line. Chicago going to keep this one in. Over to the far side. Now the Marlies play it up through the middle. Dangerous pass. Trying to get it across. That one doesn't work. And just offside as Chicago bringing this one in. Pavelchev just in offside. So, wow. Chicago, they're off to a great start here. A great start for Chicago. Absolutely love the jump they are getting. Makes you feel, though, Greg, I feel ya. I feel ya. I'm right there with you. All right, again, another face-off outside the Marlies zone. Salt and vinegar for the win. I haven't had salt and vinegar in so long. Another win for the Marlies. Going to play this one up, but they cannot get it into the Wolves side of the ice. Wolves bringing it right back down. Trying to come in and get it. Battle behind the net. Slavin is in here working with Danford. Danford trying to dig it away. This one comes out. Chicago going to work it. This taken away by Marshall Rafai. Rafai bringing it back behind the net. He's being worked on by Noel Gunner. They get it to the line, and they put it back in. The Marlies setting up in their own end. Rafai looking. He's just going to flip this one up, and they don't get anything going. The Chicago Wolves now going to start working back up. They play it in. Little dump and chase, but there's a lot of dump and no chase. Marlies bring it up over the line. A little trip taken away. Vamalki bringing it in. Here comes Chicago again. Passing it across in the high slot. Puck bounces away. The breakout pass. Here comes the Marley. A breakaway from center ice. On the move. Shooting off the goalpost. Oh, the goaltender didn't know where it was. It went off the goalpost as Vinny Lettieri. What a rush. What a play. The goaltender had no clue where it was, and it trickled between his legs and off the goalpost. Holy smokes. Henry Thrun now going to try and bring this one up. Vinny Lettieri coming so close. Down in the zone, Forberg trying to get in here. This is going to be played by the Wolves, and they're going to turn 3-on-2 into the Marlies side of the ice, up over the line. Delaying, shooting, a blocker save. Good job there. Nadeau coming close again. Marlies going to play this one up. Here they go again on the horse. Carrying it up over the line, lost the handle. Waiting to get some help as Pare comes in, takes it away. Centering in front, and a stick check there. Blocks it, takes it away. Chicago going to turn very quickly with speed. Up over the Marlies zone, a little drop pass. Trying to get it over to Phillip. That didn't work. Taken away by the Marlies. They're breaking. The pass does not come across. Villeneuve is going. They just couldn't get it over to him. Holy smokes. Going to pass this one around. Chicago setting it up behind their own net. Taking a little bit of a look, slowing it down. Hey, Lucas, welcome in. Let's go, right? Let's do it. This down in the corner. Danford in there. Danford trying to take it away. He can't. Rafai working in there as well. Shake and bake. Here's a shot. That one goes wide. Chicago stepping up on it, trying to get it deep again with Seeley. High stick. They say a high stick. Referee waves it off, and the Marlies going to play this one back. Going behind their own net, now on the move. Long outlet pass. Turning around is Alex Nylander. Nylander being pushed back by Seeley. They're going to work it over the far side. Return pass goes behind Nylander up to Danford. Danford stops and dumps this one in. Chicago back with it now. Chicago definitely has had the better opportunities, although the Marlies had an unbelievable opportunity moments ago on the breakaway. Chicago definitely skating better than Toronto here so far in this early period. 3:30 to go. Chicago again back into the Marlies zone. Here's a shot deflected. Arter is down. It goes to the corner around behind him. Mamalski trying to get in there again. Mamalkai, I should say. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Stim going to take a bump. They're going to play it back. And it's William Villeneuve going to set it up behind the net. He's being flushed out. Got to pass it quickly. Marley's on the move. Up through the middle of the ice. Dumping it off. Here comes Shaw. A little toe drag. A shot off the goalpost. Or was it a blocker save? Might have gotten the blocker on it. That came out real quick. 3-on-2. Chicago back the other way. Here's a long shot. Arter with a save. Big rebound in the slot. Tying up the stick. Good play by Grew. Excellent play there by Grew. Holy, Bo comes up big there. Turning around, Chicago just sending this one the length of the ice. And this should be an icing, and it is. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate that. Oh, man. These guys are flying here. Vinny Lettieri. He came right in. He was flying down, cruising down, and it was right there. And Amir Miftakov just couldn't see it, couldn't get in there. So face off to the left of the Chicago netminder. Need to get it going here. Drop the puck, will ya? Chicago going to win this one. Chicago outlet pass misses off the board. Marlies going to pick it up, bringing it in. Danford sending it around. Marlies were a step in offside. Now they tag up, coming through the middle. Little drop pass all the way back up. Shooting, scores! The Marlies with a shot from the point, and it's Ben Danford who puts it in as Marshall Rafai leaps into Danford's arms. What a goal by the youngster. Ben Danford wearing number 38. The shot from the point sees its way through, and the Marlies tie it up. But excellent work by Grew to dangle it in between his feet and able to feed this one back. So Grew doing all the job, Lettieri feeding it to the point, and Danford just blasting this one through. What a goal. Excellent goal. Zachary, nice indeed. Hey, David, welcome in. Big goal. Danford, that's his first playoff goal. Played 2 regular seasons with Brantford of the OHL, getting a chance here in the AHL, and picks up a goal, and a big goal to tie it up with 2:12 left here in period number 1. Chicago going to play this to the far side of the ice. It's going to be that kind of series, folks. Arter going to set it up, and now they're going to play this one ahead. Trying to chip it free, comes right back in. Arter had taken me off, leaving it here behind the net. Going to be rotated around quickly by Benning. Toronto getting it down the ice, pushing it into the Chicago zone, and it comes right back out. Back around, Marlies looking to set it up. Hey, Barbarian, how's it going? Welcome in. Went to the Marlies game a week ago, $50 a ticket. It was the first live pro hockey game I attended. 60 years when the Leafs were playing great at the Gardens. Love the Gardens. And yeah, it's great, I'm telling you. And you know firsthand, great Marlies action. $50 a ticket is very reasonable. And I'm sure you had great seats because the majority of seats at the Coca-Cola Coliseum are fantastic. And I highly encourage you, if you're in the Toronto area, must take a look down to the Coca-Cola Coliseum. Here come the Marlies. It was a broken stick by Chicago. An errant pass is going to be broken up. Bring it in over the line. Here's a quick shot. It's knocked down. Last minute of play in the first period. And we're tied at 1s. This is going to come around beside Chicago, looking to set it up and work their way in here. The more people know, it is certainly possible. This coming back to the point. Here's a long shot, and that one goes wide. Chicago still working. Cedric Pare going to push his man up on the boards. Nylander comes over. Little baby Nylander going to push it forward. I mean, if William is Big Willie Styles, what is Alex? Little Willie? Going to turn this one around. Chicago on the move. Deviate. Danford. This all the way down. I read somewhere today they said Ben Danford close to starting the NHL. I don't know if he's that close, Joe. He still needs some time to develop. In Toronto, they have a problem on defense. They have no spots. Alex is older and taller. I think you are right. I believe he is. Alex Nylander is 6'1", about 200 pounds. They're probably close, but I believe he is the older one. We'd have to double check. William, definitely more style. This can be played down to the Marlies side. 8 seconds left to go, period number 1. DP8. around behind the net. Marley's just hanging on to it as the horn is going to go, and a little shot here by Noah Gagner right at the whistle, and Marshall Rafai didn't like it, and Grew going to come over as well, and it's going to draw a mini crowd as Shaw having some words here with the official to say, come on, ref, you're going to let him get away with that at the whistle? So some conversation, Slavin in there as well, going, what's up with that? So first period is in the books, and what a nice first period it was. All right, let me get rid of this, and we will bring this back up. There we go. All right, good first period. 1-1 is the score after one. Holy smokes. All right, let's bring this up here. Nope. We're going to bring it down here. Your goal scorers, Bradley Nadeau, his 6th from Ryan Suzuki and Justin Robidas. And then Ben Danford gets his first from Letary and Benoit Oliver Grew. So good first period. Really, both goaltenders were great. Amir Miftakov doing a really, really nice job. And so is Artur Akumeov, who I can never pronounce correctly. Will is 30. Alex is 28. Oh, the younger. So they're pretty close. I actually thought it was the other way around. Good period. Real Marlies fans love Tvorberg is so good. So good. And we've lost some good Marlies too, right? We had a couple of players who elected to go and play elsewhere because they were not getting a chance playing with the Toronto Maple Leafs, which is unfortunate. But we still got a good crew here for the Marlies. And these guys, you know, they're going to play. Very quickly, the Toronto Argonauts have now taken the lead in the third quarter, 20-14. Argos, good job there. And the Blue Jays, wow, the Yankees coming back. It's now 5-3. 5-3 is the Yankees getting a couple of runs back on their own. Although, yikes, we'll see if they can hold them there. But a really, really good start here. Now let's talk. A lot of you may not be overly familiar with this team and what their NHL status is, what their contract status is. Well, you know, for the Marlies, a couple of big boys who are closing in on UFA or RFA deals that they're going to have to figure something out. Well, coming up, Ronnie Hirvonen and Brendan Kressler, they're both restricted free agents. Vinny Letary, Ryan Tvorberg, and Jacob Quinlan are all also restricted free agents. And there's Dare Agustinov, Simeon Dare Agustinov, SDA, who elected to go play in the K last year, has apparently said he wants to come back to Toronto and get involved. So we're waiting to see how that one shakes out. Travis Boyd is a UFA, and sorry, Vinny Letary also a UFA. It'll be interesting to see what the Maple Leafs do with them. From the defensive side, Tope Niemela, RFA, John Propkop, RFA, Matt Benning, UFA, Henry Thurn, and William Villeneuve are RFAs. Now, the problem Toronto has on the defensive side is they have so many NHL players signed at the D end. Hey, Arisis, welcome in. Marlies and Wolves both to score 3. It could happen. It could certainly happen. We all know the situation with Morgan Rielly. Morgan Rielly still has 4 years left on his deal. He has a no-move clause. We know they're trying to convince him to move his no-move clause. Will that open up a space? Chris Tanev, he's still got 4 years left. Hopefully, he's back and healthy and ready to go next year. So let's just assume for the time being Morgan Rielly is staying put. So there's your 2. We got McCabe. He has a no-move clause, 4 years left. No, I can't imagine they're trading McCabe. Ekman Larson has 2 years left. He's been good. So there's 4. So right now you got 4 spots taken up. You have Brendan Carlo, which I would get rid of for a bag of pucks. You have Simon Benoit, who I like. He's got 1 year back. So you figure you probably have 1 defensive spot. That's it. And that's assuming you move Brendan Carlo. At $3.4 million, you're not just going to sit him for nothing. So we're going to assume the Leafs maybe have 1 spot left. So when you look at your defensive side, Do you give Ben Danford a chance? Do you bring up a Cade Weber, a Dakota Mermis, a Marshall Rafai? You got options here. Now, if they move Morgan Riley, they need to still find a superstar defenseman. So you're not going to move Morgan Riley and replace him with one of these youngsters. You're going to have to bring in somebody. So that's what I'm saying. There's maybe one spot. Now, it's different if you end up moving two guys. If you end up moving Carlo and Simon Benoit, and all of a sudden you can free up two spots. But again, it's kind of slim pickings there. Let's not forget Troy Stetcher is still there and Philippe Myers. So somebody's going to have to ride the pine, and they're going to have to make some adjustments. Now, they could end up not re-signing Troy Stetcher and letting him leave, which would be very interesting scenario. Hey, Jeff, welcome in. Good to see you. Holinka, 1 game played regular season, 1 assist, +1. Send home to cycle. Ball can read the playbook. Right, TV? I love that. Read the playbook. I want a ref cam. Ref cams, Captain Canada are so good. And yeah, Letary, I would love to see Letary stick around. He's a good player. And I mean, he's proven his worth this year around. So hopefully they can re-sign Letary. I didn't realize he's 31. He's 31, which is crazy. The other scenario, which we've talked about, is that goaltending situation, right? What are they going to do with that goaltending situation? Hey, Mr. Ghost, welcome in. Morgan won't move. He is a new addition to the family, and his wife, darling of figure skating, are from the London area. But I think, isn't she living out in Vancouver? I think he may end up going out west, hopefully. Shard takes for the Hurricanes farm team. When did that change? Not sure. I'd have to look it up for sure. Let's see. Holinka Jr. stats better than Quillen and Hames. Quillen, I like Quinlan a lot. I really like Quinlan. Let's see here. Holinka, Miroslav Holinka. Let's take a look. If we pull this up here quickly. Oh my goodness, it's so slow. For the Oil Kings this past year, 59 games. He had 80 points, Holinka did. Wow. For the Edmonton Oil Kings, 59 games. He had 37 goals, 43 assists for 80 points with the Edmonton Oil Kings. That's awesome. Those are really solid numbers. Really solid numbers. But you talk about Quinlan. I mean, I am personally a big fan of Quinlan. I like him. I like him a lot. If I find, oh my goodness, let me pull up Jacob Quinlan here. 40 games with the Marlies this year. He had 36 points, 14 goals, 22 assists. He played 23 games with Toronto with the Maple Leafs. I don't remember him playing that many games. I know he certainly played a lot, but I don't remember him playing 23. Wow. Getting some chances there. Yeah, Holinka, definitely more points. We'll see, though, if as he continues to develop and move up to the higher ranks, can he have that kind of a scoring pace? That would be unbelievable if he can keep doing those kind of things. Right? That would be absolutely special. As you move up through the ranks, though, that obviously that production drops down. Easton Cowan is going to be the big one. We know Easton Cowan played the majority of the year with the Maple Leafs this year, 66 games. He had 30 points, 11 goals, and 18 assists. I don't think it's the performance that most people were hoping to see from Cowan in his NHL debut season and his rookie season. I think this was just a bad year for every Maple Leaf. So hopefully next year, Easton Cowan has a bit of a better go-around. What he was doing with London previous was just ridiculous, just stupid, right? 24, 25. He played, 46 games, had 69 points. I mean, this guy was just on fire. He was just on fire with the Knights. Had a crazy streak, did well with the Knights in the playoffs. So great job, Easton Cowan there. Played for Canada in the under-20s. Okay, 5 games. Ended up with 3 points. Again, didn't see the oomph I was hoping to see. And same thing with the Leafs, but maybe this year will be a little bit more of a coming out party for Easton Cowan. Hey, hockey, how's it going? Welcome in. One series, WHL playoffs, first in scoring, 7 games, 7 goals, 11 points. Like those, DV, those numbers are unbelievable numbers, right? They're incredible numbers. And if they can keep them going, that would be outstanding. Canes in 7. Jeff, it's going to be a wild one. Canes game is coming up on Sunday night. Sunday night will be the Canes and the Golden Knights. Will the Canes close it out in Vegas? That would certainly be something. That would be something. But there's only one Sam. There you go, Lala. I try. If you like Scrappy Cowan teammate Slim. Yeah, you know what? Slim is okay. I'm not a huge fan of him, of Sim. But he plays his role very well. Landon Sim certainly plays his role. And he's a young whippersnapper, right? A little guy, 5'10". And I love when you see these smaller guys, holding their own and doing big things. He's 21 years of age. He's 5'10", and he'll kind of knock you around. With the Cincinnati Coyotes, he had, 18 games played, only 6 points. Where's his penalty minutes? Oh, it doesn't list his penalty minutes here. Oh, there it is. 44 penalty minutes in 18 games. 13 with the Marley. He had 31 penalty minutes. A couple of years ago in 24-25 with the London Knights, in 54 games, he had 105 penalty minutes. Sim is just knocking guys around, which is pretty darn cool. Yeah, the Marlies, they're a fun to watch team. We try to go to 1 or 2 games every year. I highly recommend, if you're in and around the Toronto area, getting down to check them out, because it is extremely reasonable. Let's take a look, actually. Let's see what's left for when they come to Toronto. By the way, period number 2 is going to be coming up momentarily. A mini Domi. Yeah, that's right. A mini Domi. That is for sure. I want to see Sam riding a big cat. My goodness. I must mega with all the sports this weekend. It's Dallas. It is crazy with the soccer and everything going on. It is absolutely madness. All right, let's pull this up. Let's take a look here. If you're looking to go down, Tuesday is game 1, Toronto Marlies, Chicago, in the Coca-Cola Coliseum. We're going to pull this up in real time here now. Man, they should sponsor me for promoting them so much. So there are still plenty of tickets available. Doesn't look like they have anything in the middle sections, but if you want to sit behind the net, you certainly can. Sit right up behind the net. Good prices. Again, $52. $52. You can sit in the corner in a section 118. Let's see, do they have anything low down? Oh, if you're a solo, if you're looking to buy 1 ticket, there is 1 ticket available right at the glass. Right at the glass, section 116, row AA, $83. $83 to sit at the glass, and you're kind of in that corner. So this is where all the fights and all the contact is going to happen. Man, I'm tempted to buy that ticket and go by myself. Don't tell my family. That's a great seat for $83. But yeah, the majority of tickets, $52. All right, let's check game 2. Great seats available. Let's go game 2 here. Man, maybe I should go down. Oh, lots for game 2. Game 2, you can sit in the middle sections. Lots available. Let's see here. $65 for a mid-section seat. Row F. That's pretty good. Wow. Let's check the third game. Third game, there's probably even more seats available. Oh, well, there's actually less for game 3. People are smart. They're figuring, hey, game 3 could be an elimination game. Game 3 in Toronto, which would be game 5, could be an elimination game. A lot of seats sold for that game. And it's also a Friday night game. So interesting. Still some seats available if you want to head down and check out the Marlies in action. They play June 16th, 18th, and 19th from the Coca-Cola Coliseum on the Sandy grounds here in Toronto. Where did I sit? I think I sat here. So when I went to the game, I kind of sat in section 109, 108, row G. So this is pretty close to where I sat. Great seats, $52. Unreal. That'd be a nice B-Day present. There you go. There you go. Hey, Birdie. Oh, we're just talking about seats to see the Toronto Marlies down at the Coca-Cola Coliseum. They play 3 in a row here in Toronto. I think that would be awesome. That would be very, very, very cool to see. Wow, 7-3 now. Blue Jays are up 7-3. Yankees put 3 up in the inning. Blue Jays responded with 2 more. 7-3 Blue Jays. That's awesome. Let me see here. Toronto's still out ahead of the Argonauts. So, all right, Toronto's winning 2 out of 3 games today. The Argos are winning, the Blue Jays are winning, the Marlies are all tied up here. Let's go. So if we do the total shots in that first period, 11 shots apiece. 11 for the Marlies, 11 for Chicago. Both teams go 0 for 1 on the power play. So nobody able to put in those power play goals. But good effort, good hustle. Can I filter by this? No, of course not. Why would they make it easy to filter? Skylar Brittamore with 2 shots. Bradley Nadal with 3 shots. He has a goal in 2 penalty minutes today, +1. He's been playing very, very good. For the Marlies, nobody has more than a single shot. 1 from Shaw, 1 from Grew, Pizzetta, Lettieri, Forberg, Rafai, Nylander. Well, that's not 11, so who has the other shots? I guess they just haven't figured out who it was to add them up here. Artur Akimov playing well. Coach John Gruden has him whipped into shape. Spiros Anastas, the coach for Chicago, getting it done. So good period, very good period. The penalties, anything assessed at the end of the period? No, but the 2 penalties that went against Chicago, well, no Gunler and Bradley Nadal. For the Marlies, it was Grew and Villeneuve. And, of course, the goal scorers, Nadal and Danford. We're getting set. Period number 2. Just look, Morgan and family just renovated their house in Rosedale, so it's unlikely they'll move. Yeah, that's probably true. Slavin has given his all out there. He's playing great, DV8. Slavin is really, really playing well. He's impressed me. Fensmore has looked good as well. Dominic Fensmore, he has impressed me as well. So a lot of guys playing some good hockey. And whoo-wee. All right, let me take a sip of my water here as we get set for period number 2. Cheers, everybody. All right, more than a sip. All right, Danford's shot from the point went in. His first, it was awesome. 6 scoring chances for Toronto, 4 for Chicago. Face-offs were pretty good, 10-11, 11 for Chicago. Toronto with 9 turnovers, 5 for Chicago, and hits 6-5 in favor of Chicago. But I thought Chicago had more puck control time. They were really carrying it well and skated very well in that first period. All right, we're going to get ourselves set for period number 2. Let's, will it allow us to refresh? Let's bring up, we want to put our little shot counter here. We want to set it for just the second period. So we're going to set it just for the second period. So there's the shots for the first. We're going to set it just for the second. We're going to compare to see how they did. All right, back up. Puck is dropped. We're officially underway. Period number 2. Thank you for hitting those subscribes. Welcome in. Let's go. Marlies with the first possession. And wow, the TV lights are just horrible here in the building. A lot of shadows. It's like half the lights are out. Playing it across. Here come the Marlies. Stepping up. Face-off dot with a shot. Knocked down. Loose puck. Diving to try and pick it up. It's still free. Comes in front. They clear it back. Marlies turning. Going to play it into the high slot for Cowan. Cowan back to the point. Marlies bring this across. Thrun with a long shot. Deflected. That goes wide. Loose puck. Rebound shooting. That hits the side of the net. Thrun going to keep this one in. Getting it down low. Marlies trying to work it here as Hames goes into the corners on the end boards. Coming back. It's held in. Marlies going to work it up. And now they're going to turn it away. Bad play there by Forsberg. Comes out over the line. Chicago on the move. Going to bring it in is Nadal. Nadal in the high slot. Shooting off the crossbar. Rings the iron. But ding. That was sweet. That's a paper jet. Going to deke this around. Here comes the Marlies up into the zone. Grew going to try and chase this one down. Going in there, trying to bring it around. Marlies taking a shove from behind. Falling down was Lettieri. Chicago going to bring it in. Here comes Chicago with a long shot. That one gets blocked as Gunler with a good opportunity. And Toronto getting it all the way down the ice. Legault, he's going to play it around. Marlies coming in, banging and crashes. Stealing the puck away, coming behind the Chicago net. In front, couldn't get a stick down. Chicago going to pick it up, and they're going to bring this one forward. Chipping it ahead, turning it around. Grew, trying to pass it across. That one is knocked down there by Gunler again, and Chicago into the Marlies zone. Back to the point on the rush. It's outside. Chicago, they got to go tag up. Marlies going to turn and start moving it across now. Through the middle of the ice. Nice little dangle there by Pare. Puck is just going to follow him to the end boards. Nylander coming over to help out. Pare digging it from the feet. And Chicago getting it. Oh, it hit the referee. Stays in. Nylander, now the referee takes a hard tumble. And the puck is going to come out. Chicago sending it all the way down the ice. And that is going to be an icing call. Wow, Toronto getting very close coming through. Very close as Hames right there in front. Forsberg in there battling through as well. Holy smokes. Unreal. All right, let me see if I can turn it up somehow. Oh, yes, I can. There we go. There we go. I don't know why that was very low. Thank you for reporting that. Hopefully that's much better. Hopefully now not everybody's going, what just happened? This is going to be played out. We got a hand pass or something. They're waiting, and now finally it's touched up. So face-off coming up here in the Toronto zone. No problem, Joe. Hey, Martin, welcome in. Yeah, Martin, got to do it, right? Got to do it. Hey, B. Disney, welcome in. B. Disney, I got your note. Thank you very much for the explanation. I appreciate that. I'm trying to figure out how I can best help you with it. Thank you, Bruce. Just made lemonade. Lemonade. Joshua, how's it going? Yeah, Argos, after going down big, came back and now have the lead. This is going to be flipped in. Marlies chasing it. Chicago going to get there first. The Wolves going to try to play it across. Coming to the line, they're just going to send it out. Much better period here for the Marlies. They have some jump. Chicago seems a little back. Nylander's pass is up. Puck goes behind the net. Trying to dig it here with the feet over to Nylander. Back to the point. Here's a blast. And that's going to be stopped and held on to. Nice job. And we got some pushing in the face, because why not? Is Mark Johnston going to be pushed over the back of the net there? And he's having some words to the official. Amir Miftakov doing a nice job in goal here for Chicago. Mark Johnstone, career with the Chicago Steel, 116 games. He had 42 points and 165 penalty minutes. He's a guy who's going to rough it up. Let's go, Marlies. So Amir Moftakov took him really, he was a last-minute call-up. Got here in about 24 hours. A lot of travel. And he gets in here for the start tonight. Thank you, Lala. So off the face-off. Marley's going to win this one back to the point, sending it across. Working along the blue line. They're going to flip this one towards the red line, trying to get it down in the corner. Big battles going on here, looking to dig it free. Landon Sim is in there. So is Johnston coming around for Pizzetta. This is truly a Bash Brother line here for the Marlies. Chicago going to pull this one out in over the line. The Wolves in the corner looking, oh, what a hit. Was that Pizzetta? Oh, Pizzetta just obliterated the Wolves in the corner, and now he pulls down his man, and I believe Pizzetta is going to go to the box. Is it going to be him that takes the penalty? Who's it going to be? The referees are having a little discussion here. 2 minutes for hooking, and it is going to be Pizza. The Pizza Man, Michael Pizzetta. He came in and absolutely obliterated the Chicago player in the corner. I didn't catch a number. The puck came to Verling, and he got that stick in there, gave him a little hook. So the hit was good. The hit was clean, but then he comes in hooking after the fact, and he goes to the box. Chicago now on the power play. There you go, Rick. Got yours, got mine right here. Rick got it right here. Let's go. Bringing this one around. Chicago down low. Up top. Whoop. All right, tried to steal that one away. Philly back up top, playing it across. Valmaki with a shot. Arter is down. He's going to cover it up and hang on to it. Robota right in there. Speaking of pizza, I'll be back. You got the towel, Rick. I got the ring. We're cooking. Justin left the Marlies, then came back to the Marlies. What goes around comes around, right, Captain Canada? What goes around comes around. 2018 looked so good as a Leaf fan general. It really did. The Peds dispenser. Valimaki to Nadeau. Nadeau going to send this to the middle of the ice. Back up top, across, no shot. Valimaki with a one-timer. That one goes just wide. It's going to wrap around the boards and come all the way down. Chicago's power play in the regular season versus Toronto. They were only 2 for 14. Good for 14%. On the move, Chicago in over the line. Are they going to continue this way? Working it through. Robota there in front doesn't get the shot right on. Arter is down guarding those posts. Johnston going to hammer it around the boards. And Nadeau leaps up. He tried to bring it down, and he ends up almost in the Chicago bench himself. So there is some confusion about where this face-off is going to be. And there's a lot of conversation here. Nadeau and Suzuki trying to lobby for where it should be. Robota as well. So it is going to come just outside the line. The Wolves are saying it should have been inside. So face off just outside the Marlies side. About 5 minutes gone here in period number 2. Off the draw, Chicago wins it, but it comes all the way back in their own zone. Really, Joe? Interesting. Here comes Chicago. A little dipsy-do as Badinka bringing this one in. Down in the corner, Marley's picking it up, and they're going to clear with ease as Matt Benning sends it all the way down the ice. Leaving it here, Chicago going to start to get ready. Captain Canada, that's funny. On the move over the line, Chicago across, going to drop this one off. Trying to feed it back up. Nice pass from Gunler. Back up top. Gunler sending it across. Back up. Down low. Here they come in front. Brindamore in front. Seeley, Gunler wants it. It hops over his stick. They're going to cycle this back around. Little bump in the corner there is Brindamore trying to play it around. Where's the puck? Coming back up top to the point for Gunler. Gunler working it back around. Trying to bring it in front. They do to the front. Toronto tried to clear it. It was knocked down. A second effort. This one comes up as Pizzetta is out of the box, and Pizzetta going to bring this one in. He's got a man low in front. Marlies Groom putting it just wide. Oh, so close. Brindamore going to bring this one up. Toronto intercepting that pass. They're going to bring it right back in the Chicago end. The Marlies coming close again. Hames putting it around behind. Stepping up is Letary. Marlies going to steal. Putting it across for Mermis. Mermis shooting into the glove. It's knocked down. And Chicago able to get this one out. Wow. Yeah, Joe, I'd say that's pretty bad. I'd say that's pretty bad. Here come the Marlies. Trying to get through the middle of the ice. Chicago clogged that up pretty good. They found a way. And Hames is going to send it around the boards. To the point, back up for Hames. Hames going around behind the net. Has it taken away from him. Foot is going to send this one all the way down the ice. Racing for it. Back here. Marshall Rafai going to play it up. Chicago holds it in at the line with a shot. Arter looking behind him. Picked up by Cowan. Cowan going to feed this one back. Looking for the return pass. That one didn't work. Two little dangles. Nice moves. Rafai looking to make it three. No, he just plays this one in behind the net. Chicago now on the move. Going to bring this one out. All the way back. The Marlies. Danford slowing up behind the net. Going to play it up the middle. It's tipped down the ice. No icing called. Chicago sending it around. Here come the Wolves with some speed through the middle of the ice. Playing it over. Centering. That one didn't work as Legault with a nice setup feed there looking for a tip in. Back down in their own zone. Chicago going to turn. Bendica again singing it down. Arter, look out. Turn himself around, and that's what it's all about. You don't do the hokey pokey when the Chicago Wolves are coming in on you. Nylander going to slide this one in. He put his right hand in. He took his right hand out. He shook it all about, and wow, that was ugly. Hey, David, how's it going? Welcome in. We're somewhat favored to win this series based on, I believe so. Taking this one down. Nylander going to spin it around in the corner right out in front. That pass couldn't be completed. Holy smokes, that's right, Forson. Carolina is well represented this year. And I believe I saw a stat that said only 3 teams won the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup in the same year. Like the same franchise. In the corner, Pizzetta pushed up along the boards. Chicago trying to clear. They do. It comes out over the line. Marlies going to change up. They're going to play it all the way back in their own zone. Got to go back to go forward. Bringing it up to the red line. Pizzetta, cross ice. It's knocked down. Picked up. Here comes Sims. Sims straight through with a shot right on. And a nice save by Amir Miftakov. Good job. Pizzetta, Johnston, and Sim. These guys could fire it up. 10:57 to go. Second period. They are going to take a commercial break. Hershey Bears have 13 Calder Cups. Wow. Expect to only drop 2s because Kev is in net for you. He's so good. Oh, my God. He deviate. He's incredible. And that's why the Marlies, the Maple Leafs are going to have an interesting goaltending conundrum ahead of themselves, right? With Stolarz and Wall, and, of course, Hildeby and Arter. What do you do? I think Hildeby kind of thought he may be a backup goaltender for the Maple Leafs this year. I think Toronto still may try to trade one of Wall or Stolarz. I mean, they're making almost the same salary, 3.6 and 3.7. Stolarz is a bit older, so maybe you get potentially better trade value from Joseph Wall. But holy smokes, Arter is just playing absolutely ridiculous hockey right now. The only difference, he's only 6'1", where Hildeby is like 6'7". So that's a huge difference when you're playing in goal. But the way Arter moves is just crazy. So Toronto has themselves in a little bit of an interesting goaltending situation. New last year was Florida's farm team. King waiver exempt. Beast is not. Stolarz has to go and Beast come up. King can up down IR for another year. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, Deviate. You know your stuff. You know your stuff. You like that, Mega, the hokey pokey? Hey, Tom, why not? Why not? Have some fun with it. All right. Good golly, Miss Molly. What a game that's going on. Tied at once, just about halfway through the game. Forget about halfway through period number 2, halfway through the game as a whole. Face off to the right of the Chicago netminder. Going to switch some guys around in the face-off circle. Now they're ready. Puck is dropped. Marlies won it. Going to bring this one over to the corner, putting it around behind the net. Ames got tripped up there. Comes Cowan, can't knock it down. Marlies going to poke it back to their own end. Benning going to play this one up. It's tipped in. Cowan coming up slowly around the middle of the ice, trying to cut it off. Cowan by the face-off dot. Now he's going to hustle over, try to flush this puck around. Comes through, it's kept in. Cowan can't knock it down out of the air. Thurn did a good job to keep it in. Now it comes around. Let's go, Cowboy. Going to work this one up. The return feed to Cowboy. He's going to go get it. Hames playing in the corner. Cowan gets taken down. A little turtle hip check there. And Chicago playing it up the middle. Good job by Shaw to knock it away. Comes all the way down. Arter setting it up behind his own net. It's like one camera here, one camera that's moving back and forth. Definitely not the quality of NHL production, but considering how last minute this was for Sportsnet to broadcast it versus just the way they normally do, we'll take it. So thank you for Sportsnet and thank you for Flow Sports for allowing us to do this. This down around in the corner. Marley's going back to get it, ripping it around the boards, all the way down, flying down. Marley's racing for it, but can't get there in time. It's going to be an icing call. Peck okay. Ain't ready to be the Marley. No, not yet. But yeah, I like Pexa. He's going to be interesting to watch, right? An alternate reality. That's really funny. Red Stellars is on the trade block. Yeah, David, I honestly believe they're shopping both of them around to see who gets the better offer. Marlies were only favorited to win the first round, and they've been playing great, Captain Canada. Here you go, Fawn. The Grey Cup is guaranteed Canadian. That is true for sure. Only because they got rid of the two U.S. teams after, the second year? An offside called. 9:22 left to go here in period number 2. We're officially more than halfway through, and we're all squared up at ones. Good game so far. All right, let's give you an update on some of the other games in motion. The Montreal Alouettes now have come back here in the fourth quarter to take a 24-23 lead. What a game between Toronto and Montreal. And the CFL, go Argos. Hopefully they can pull that one out. The Blue Jays hanging on to a 7-5 lead over the Yankees, middle of the 6th inning. Come on, Blue Jays, got to settle down. Savage goes 5 innings, giving up 4 hits, 5 runs, 6 walks. Yikes. 6 walks for Savage. 3 strikeouts and a home run. Wow. Blue Hardy coming in for 1 inning, giving up a hit. And a strikeout. My goodness. Springer doing all right so far. Couple RBIs. 1 for 2. Clement 1 for 3. Guerrero 1 for 3. Kirky, what a great game. Kirk 3 for 3. Okamoto, he's 1 for 3. Couple of good jobs. Okamoto with his 14th home run. Springer with a home run. It's pretty darn good. Pretty good. Hopefully they can hang on to it. Hey there, John. Did you hear about it? Yeah, I was watching the soccer game this afternoon. Canada ends up in a 1-1 draw. And boy, oh boy, I'll be honest with you. Now, I'm not a huge soccer guy, as you know. But my goodness, I didn't think the Team Canada played that great, especially in the first half. They got much better in the second half. And thank goodness they got that goal. At least they come away with a point. Argo's down by 1. That's right. Hopefully they can bring it back. All right, coming back from commercial break. Let's go Marlies. We got to get one here. Captain Canada, I don't think so, unless Arter needs a break. I don't know if they'll go to Hildeby. Arter's been playing outstanding. Here comes Toronto up over the line, going to pull up, cross ice pass, long shot. That's going to go just wide. Vols with a nice pass across. Marlies couldn't make much happen. All the way back in their own zone, going to send it all the way down. That's going to be an icing against the Marlies. So face off coming up back. I believe this broadcast crew, this is the Chicago broadcast crew. They are very pro Chicago. If they're not, holy smokes. Easton Cowan record a point in 65 consecutive OHL games from November 25th of 23 to February 4th of 25. That's crazy. Easton Cowan, so much potential. So much potential. And I guess I should say, what's up, Dan? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Again, if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, make sure you hit that like button for us. This is going to be knocked down. The Marlies going to clear it out. Chicago looking to bring it in. They turn it over. Nice interception there. It comes to Nylander. He's going to play it back, and the Marlies bring it all the way back. Rafai swinging it over to the far side, back to Nylander off his stick. It's going to be cleared in. And Chicago setting up behind their own net. Going to turn and move very quickly down the near side. At the line, a nifty little move. It's knocked down, and the Marlies going to play it right back in. Well, Cade Weber is going in here hard after it. That's not Cade Weber. What number was that? Oh, it's 57. It looked like 52. This down around at the side. Johnston in there playing for it. Trying to come in as well as Sim. It's this bash line. Right in front, Johnston going over the shoulder, but it's over the net as well. Marley's coming close. This fourth line coming very, very close. They're throwing hits, and they almost put it in the back of the net. Here they come again, up over the line. Over to Pizzetta. Pizzetta's backhand. That one goes wide. Chicago going to play it across. Marley's knocking it down. They hold it in for a moment. And Chicago, errant pass, turning it over. Pizzetta going to bring this one right back in. Nifty little dangle trying to come through with Hames. And that's taken away. Chicago's going to back it up. Over to Valimaki. Valimaki playing it ahead. Marley's knocking it down. Cowan picks it up, but it's blown down. Don't know exactly what the rationale was or what the reason was. We're going to get a face-off coming up. Johnston coming very close to putting the Marlies ahead. Just tipped this one a little high. Good effort by this crash line for the Marlies. All right, face-off is going to be just outside the Marley blue line. Chicago going to play it across off the win. They're going to dump this one in. Hey, popular known, welcome in. The Wolves and the Marlies. It's okay. Over the line, here comes Toronto. Cowan following up with it. Robidoux with a nice play. Still trying to work it up here. Easton Cowan going to take it away, playing it back to Thurn with a shot. That one's blocked. Suzuki playing this one down. Putting the boards. Marley's throwing it up ice. Chicago back with it now. Seeley. He's going to stop up behind the net. Seeley looking one way, looking the other. Cowan kind of came up on him. Now he's going to back off and go change. Here come the Chicago Wolves. Dumping this one down. Legault. Sending it around behind the Toronto net. Marley's there to pick it up. Marley's nifty little move. Getting it ahead to Henry Thrun. He's going to carry it all the way up. Kind of ran into his own man at the blue line. Turned it over as Vinny Lettieri kind of got in his way. Thurn goes off. Marley's going to back it all the way. Little pass, getting it up, dumping it in. Now here comes the chase. Down around in the corner, picked up, walking right in. Drop pass, Lettieri's shooting. Nice job. Coming back around to the point. Marley's keeping it in. Another shot with a deflection. Goes into the corner. Grew. He cycles around. Didn't drop for Lettieri. Continues to go. Now they're going to play it for Shaw. Shaw can't get there. Coming to the point, Rafai pinches up, trying to keep it in. Chicago, another effort, sending it all the way down. Here they come, 2-on-1. The pass across. Chicago Scores! The Wolves take the lead. What a pretty play as the Marlies were slow getting back. Holy cow. Excellent work by the Chicago Wolves. What a goal. This one came all the way down. Gunler in the corner, had all day, feathers it across, and it's that Skylar Brindamore is going to put it in and get the goal. Papa's going to be proud. Brindamore makes it 2-1 Chicago on a nifty pass there from Noel Gunler. Second playoff goal. He had 16 regular season goals, and Skylar Brindamore getting a big one as Papa is trying to win a Stanley Cup. Brindamore puts his team ahead here in game 1 of the Calder. Marlies again behind, 5.5 to go here in the second period. Gonna dump this one in, chasing, trying to bring it up. Quality of the video here has gone bad. Marlies behind the net, trying to turn around. Working here is Pare. Played it deep. Marlies working it around the boards, trying to turn back around is Nylander. Nylander working away again, back to the point. Nylander turning it over just like his brother. Steals it back, though. They had to tag up. But the linesman is going to blow it down on an offside as Alex Nylander kind of bringing it closer and closer to the blue line, just like Willie does. Willie often brings it down and curls across the blue line and then turns it over. Well, he didn't curl, but Alex brings it down, turns it over, and it ends up as an offside. Marley's got him right where they want him. Calm, cool, and collected, right? That's how you got to be. And did we just get an Argo touchdown? Hang on, what's happening here? Touchdown Montreal. It's a Montreal touchdown. The Alouettes going to take the lead. 30-23, the Alouettes. As the Marlies lose the lead, so do the Argonauts. The Blue Jays, they're our only hope right now. Unbelievable. The Montreal Alouettes, with under 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, get a very huge touchdown. King only gives you 2. He has been rock solid. He has been so good. Harder in these playoffs. A 2.12 goals against, a 9.27 save percentage. I mean, he has just been phenomenal. For the Marlies this year, 37 games played. He had a 2.88 and a 9.04. A little high, but not bad. Going 21, 12, and 4. He did pick up an assist. His numbers this year, he played more games this year, and his numbers, well, save percentage was better this year, but his goals against was a little bit higher. All right, here we go. 5 minutes left to go. Off the draw, Chicago going to win this one. Going to flip it back and dumping it right down in the Marlies zone. Going around behind the net, Chicago there first. Going to pick up this puck. Cycling around, getting pressed into the boards here was Verling. Still trying to work it free, and the Marlies going to come out with the puck. Marlies on the move. Shots right now, 16-15, still pretty even. Hey, Joey, welcome in. Long pass intercepted by Toronto. Toronto going to get this one out. Over by the red line. Have to look to regroup. Just going to come over the blue line into the zone. Marlies, big battle right in front of their own bench. Puck is loose. Pizzetta, the backhand. He's going to dump it in, and he gets run over. And we got a penalty coming up here. Nikita Pavlichev, he's going to the box. So interference is going to be the call. I'll be honest with you, a little bit of a weak call. I'd like to see the replay there. Pizzetta does move the puck. I guess they're saying it's a little bit of a late hit, is my only guess. But interference comes in as Pavlychev hits Pizzetta. But the Marlies going to come away with the power play, so we'll call it a gift. 1, 2. I mean, I thought it was a clean hit. But interference is going to be the call. The Marlies with a gift. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Off the draw. Over to Cowan. Cowan's pass gets blocked. It's going to come out. Cowan going to cycle around now. Marlies in their own zone. Everybody's on a different line. Going to start to move forward. With speed, it's going to be dumped in the corner. I think Cowan thought he was going to take the pass. Coming around the boards, Marley's going to cycle it to the point. It comes out as Villeneuve wasn't right at the line. Villeneuve going to bring it back. Marley's going to curl. Marlies are 3 for 11 on the power play in the regular season versus the Wolves. This going to be dumped in. Marley's coming back around behind the net now, and Cowan knocks it down to Viteri with the shot. And Lettieri with a nice shot and a save again by Miftakov. Good work there, Lettieri, with that stick down. Got to keep that stick down. Cowan, a little bit of a backhander, and the puck up high in a quick glove. That's one you think going to the far side is the right thing to do, but the glove just pulled over in time. Hey, Oscar, how's it going? Welcome in. So face off. Grew wins that one back to the point. Villeneuve shooting it up. It's going to be blocked, knocked down. Chicago going to clear. Arter going to slow it down. The Wolves coming up on it. Arter gives it away. Chicago put in the corner. A little bit of a bump. Trying to pull it free. Akiyamov with a risky move there. Cowan going to play it ahead now. Cowan gets it returned. Takes it off a skate. Easton Cowan in over the line. Little drop pass to Grew. Grew a back pass, turning it over. Here comes Chicago, shorthanded, into the zone. A clapper and a big save, rebound, and another big save by Akimov as he comes over with a huge stop. Oh, my goodness, a couple shorthanded chances for Chicago. Cowan bringing it in over the line, drops it back. Lettieri moving it around. He's going to sit up on the near side. Backhand over to the far side. Nylander. Down low, back to the point. Lettieri's got a stick up. Here's a one-timer. Nice save, tracking across. And Lettieri can't keep it in. Chicago clears it down the ice. 10 seconds to go in the Marley power play. Alex Nylander going to pick it up, and he's going to move. He looks so much like his brother skating. Long dump and pass for Hames. He missed that. It goes to the corner. Power play has expired. Back to 5-on-5 as Nylander tried to go in the backside. Here they come up through the middle. Chicago working their way in. Good play by Vierling. Behind the net, going to be taken away by Rafai. Rafai trying to shovel this one forward. Going to flip it up. Thank you, Joshua, for the heart. Appreciate it. Here's a long pass tipped up and dumped into the zone. Marley's going back to pick it up. Here's an outlet pass up the boards, chipped in. Chicago going to get there first. Backhand. Marley's intercept. A long shot steered away. And he actually got stuck in the glove there, the goaltender. So good chance. Marley's just throwing everything to the net right now, seeing if they can get any bounces, seeing if they can get anything to stick. Absolutely crazy play. Extremely old if you don't know any of the singers. Hey, I saw Alanis Morissette doing the national anthem for the Canada game, which was pretty awesome. Always good to see Alanis. Brian Adams doing the party the other night. Taking me back. Off the draw. Going to be played up the boards. Valimaki couldn't clear. Second effort. 1:26 to go. Here comes Chicago. Into the zone. Gunler with a shot. That one goes wide. Chicago going to hold it up at the far side. Down around behind. Chicago trying to dig it out of the corner. Marley's going to bank it off the boards. This coming to the line. Going to race ahead. Pizzetta, he can't get it. Chicago, now Pizzetta takes it away. He's going to flip it in, but it's going to go at a play and a souvenir for a youngster. Landon Sim coming over, having some words with Gunler. As these two lines continue to talk, Valimecki coming over as well. Pizzetta coming across, and the referees just saying, take it easy, take it easy. Sam and Celine are debuting next week. There you go, Dallas. Never overswims, tracks the puck. Can't mistake her moves as she sung it was so her head bobbing. Hey, Redbird, how's it going? I haven't been watching, obviously, clearly. Poor Argos. Poor Argos. All right, last minute of play here in the second period. Chicago with a 2-1 lead over Toronto. Marlies turning around, a long pass, going to be tipped in. Here's a chance, going to the net, comes in front, shooting, they score! The Marlies with a gorgeous play, and Pare is going to tie it up. What a play by Pare. Cedric, oh baby, did he feed that through nicely? What a great passing play. This goal was so similar to Chicago's second goal. Again, a nice little move, a pass from the boards to the middle of the ice. This was a very nice backhand, and Pare just beats the netminder coming in. And this was Tvorberg with a behind-the-back spinneroonie backhanded pass right to the slot for Pare. That was an absolute beaut. His fourth playoff goal. Pare had 7 regular season goals. There you go. And again, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. If you know the name Cedric Pare, it's because he's the one in the preseason a couple years ago who hit Patrick Laine with an accidental knee-on-knee that knocked Patrick Laine out. And, man, Montreal fans, they wanted to have some words with Pare after that one. This is going to be dumped in. Foot sending it in. Over on the side, we're all tied up at 2s here. Chicago bringing it across. Here's a shot, broken stick. The blade goes flying. Marlies can intercept. 12 seconds to go. A chance for the rush. They're going to slowly just flip this one in. Lettieri coming in after it, trying to dig it free. 3, 2, 1. They come out in front. No dice. The horn is going to go, and we got some more pushing and shoving at the whistle, because why not? Why not get some pushing and shoving at the whistle? Holy smokes. Absolutely wild. The Marlies tying it up, folks. 2-2 after 2. That was great. Are you not entertained? Rick, that's awesome. What a good game. Oh, boy. What type of hockey is this? Don't say ice. It's ice hockey. AHL hockey. This is the AHL Calder Cup final. The Calder Cup final, best of 7 for all the marbles, the whole enchilada. Yeah, this is the AHL Championship Series. Good going by the Maple Leafs. By the Maple Leafs, oh my goodness, by the Marlies. They tie it up. Cedric Pare with his 4th from Tvorberg and Vallis. Skylar Brindamore got the second goal for the Chicago Wolves. That was his second goals from Gunler and Legault. So we got 4 goals by 4 different players. And man, what a game. This is shaping up to look like a real good series. Our regular season of playoff, total day and night. He's looking great here, and you can see it too in his face. He's feeling it. He's looking like he's great. Blocked a punt. 37-23 Montreal running away with it right now. Running away with it. And I'll be honest, I kind of fully expected Montreal to beat the Argos today. But hey, let's go. Maybe the Argos, they don't have too much time left. 1 minute to go. Yeah, the Argos, they need 2 touchdowns to come back Not going to happen in the last minute. Argos going to lose this game. The Blue Jays, they're in trouble. Top of the 7th inning. The Yankees trying to come back. 2 outs. They got 2 on. Fisher is on the mound now. Caballero at bat here for the Yankees. Yankees are threatening. Blue Jays got off to a hot start. But they've kind of been given some runs back, going back and forth. Let's see if the Blue Jays can get this 3rd out. Let me flip over to the Blue Jay game here, and then we'll come back for period number 3. Let's see what's going to happen here. Hey, Mr. Ben, how's it going? So Caballero with an 0-2 count on him with 2 outs. Fisher is on the mound. Let's see what Fisher can do. I wonder if I can bring up... No, I don't want to mess with it. So let's go. Fisher, big moment here for the Blue Jays in the top of the 7th. 0-2 count, 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch. Swing he's going to put into play. It hits the side of the mound. Over to first. Not in time. Oh, boy. So the Yankees load the bases. The Yankees load the bases here. Yikes. This was a slow hitter, and as it's chopped up, a slow roller on the hop, it hits the side of the mound. Jimenez picked it up. He throws it over to first, not in time. Big moments here for the Yankees. Can the Blue Jays hold them? Here comes the number 8 hitter, McMahon. My goodness. I believe 64th pick Koblar, same age as Stenberg, and better too. Hey, Prune, how's it going? Strike pitch there. Give me Vaughn. Love it. 0-1 here on McMahon. Little bonus coverage here. Kelly threw for over 400 yards. Wow. That's pretty good for his first game, Redbird. But Kelly usually does that. He throws for a lot of yards. Oh, this is crushed. Oh, nope. It's not going to have the legs. Straightaway center field. Varsho, or that's not Varsho. Straw is under it and makes the catch. Side is retired. My goodness. I had my heart jump there. That was hit a ton. The Blue Jays get out of it, and they take a 7-5 lead to the bottom of the inning. All right. Let's switch this one back. Thank goodness the Blue Jays got out of that. Oh, man, that would have been frightening. So the Marlies started off that second period playing much better hockey. Middle kind of goes to Chicago, and then the Marlies picked it up again at the end. So it's funny the way this one is kind of working out right now is the Wolves had 2 early goals and the Marlies get 2 late goals. Well, I shouldn't really say early, but earlier goals, and then the Marlies getting a couple late goals within the last 3 minutes. This one here that Pare scored was within the last minute. So good job for the Marlies getting the job done when they need to. Yeah, right, Joe? Pretty much. Varsho on the IL now. Yeah. The whole team is going to run through the IL, which is crazy. All right, let's look at some of these overall stats here for the Marlies. A lot of guys getting some points. Lettieri now with 4 what just happened? 4 shots on goal for Lettieri, 2 for Shaw. Why do they keep doing that? What's happening here? Man, I love that you can like click to filter, and the filter only works for a second. 2 for Shaw, 2 for Nylander. When we look at the shots for Chicago, 4 shots now for Nadeau, 3 for Brindamore, 2 for Velimaki. It's crazy. Plus minus. I mean, it doesn't really matter plus minus because they're even right now. But Artur Akameyev is playing really, really good hockey. He's made some big saves tonight. So has Miftakov. Miftakov is looking really solid. Both are challenging. Both are playing well. So Gotta enjoy it. Hey, Jeeve, how's it going? Welcome in. Hey, Dalton, welcome in as well. 2-2. 2-2 here, the Marlies and the Chicago Wolves. That one is done. The Alouettes 37 over the Argonauts with 30 points. Well, 5 seconds left, but it's pretty much over and done with. Look at that, 445 yards for Kelly. 3 touchdowns and an interception. 445 passing yards. It's crazy. 28 of 46, man, not great. Problem is their running game. Samuel Hicks only had 53 rushing yards. Kelly had 12. Meidel had 6. The problem is the Argos need somebody to run the ball. Right? They need more of that, more rushing yards. You need at least, 80 to 100 rushing yards a game. When we look at Montreal, let's see how Alexander did. 30 of 42, 441 yards, 2 TDs. Travis Thies, 43 rushing yards. Wow, Montreal. Just a crazy game. Let's see, interceptions. Just the one interception. 3 for 3 in the field goals. How do they get all their points? If you only threw for 2 touchdowns, how do they get all their points? One rushing. There's Crum has a rushing touchdown. So there's 3 touchdowns. Was there an interception for a touchdown? I don't know. But the Argos, they're going to lose their first one. That is unfortunate. Hamilton won on Thursday, 37-27 over Winnipeg. The Argonauts going to lose here tonight. Tomorrow, BC and Saskatchewan are going to go full tilt as week 2 is officially underway. Gotta love week 2. Next week, next Saturday night, the Argonauts take on the Ottawa Red Blacks. See if the Argonauts can get into the win column. All right, we'll close that one up. Blue Jays 7-5, bottom of the 7th here, looking to close out the Yankees. Would be nice for them to get a huge win. That would be wild. That would be a block punt for a TD. There you go. Thank you very much. Blocked punt for a TD. Hey, Vibe Check, welcome in. Jordan, welcome in. Joshua, thanks for the rose. Jordan, thanks for the oldies. Appreciate the gifts. Holy smokes. All right, now it's all up to the Marlies. Marlies got to get the job done here. Tied at 2s with 20 minutes left to play. This has been a very exciting start to the Calder Cup. A very exciting start. Now, we talked a little bit about the Maple Leafs and the future that they have with some of their youngsters. Let's do the same for the Carolina Hurricanes. Whoopsie daisies. Don't do that. Now, we have been talking a lot about the Carolina Hurricanes because of, their upcoming opportunity to the Stanley Cup. But they have a bunch of UFAs and RFAs coming up from their minor league team. Gunler is an RFA. Ryan Suzuki is a Group 6 UFA. Giovanni Smith UFA. Justin Robidas is an RFA. They'll get both Gunler and Robidas. They'll get those guys both signed up. Noah Phillip is a UFA. Slavin is a UFA. Skylar Brindamore is an RFA. From the D side, Alex Himalaslami is an RFA. Dominic Fenzor is an RFA. UC Valimaki is a UFA. Kyle Masters is an RFA. And Seeley is an RFA. So some decisions there. Same from the goaltending department. Ruslan Kaziev is signed up for another year, but Amir Miftakov, who's playing tonight, is an RFA. Caden Premu, an RFA. And Nikita Kwap is an RFA. So they have some decisions to make. Now, they don't have the same problem that the Maple Leafs do because the Carolina Hurricanes, for the most part, their core is set. They have a lot of these guys locked in long term. There'll be a couple potential openings, maybe 1 or 2, but they are set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And same thing on defense, they might have one opportunity. I assume they're going to get a deal done with Nikishin, and if they do, then there won't really be a spot. Nikishin will probably fill that last spot. So Carolina doesn't have much room to bring up any of these young players to give them an opportunity. So the Chicago Wolves and the Carolina Hurricanes will have some decisions to make with some of the signings they make there, because unlike Toronto, where the Maple Leafs have guys on much shorter term deals, Carolina's really stock up for a while. 6 years of Aho, 5 years of Ehlers, 3 of Svechnikov, 6 of Jarvis, 8 for Stankoven, 8 for Blake, 4 for Kotkaniemi, 2 for Hall, 4 for Carrier. So they have guys signed up long term, 3 for Robinson. So it'll be interesting for the Carolina Hurricanes. Started watching Sam last year when the Leafs were playing my Panthers in the playoffs. I've been watching Braves telecast this year, but I saw your guys stream. Sam's very knowledgeable. Oh, thank you, Joey. I appreciate that very much. I try. I just love my sports. I just love my sports, whether it's hockey, baseball, football, basketball. I'm just a sports guy. I love it, and I think that's what differentiates us from so many other people out there. There's a lot of options for your sports coverage. There's some great people who do some really good jobs. There's some really nasty people out there that do some really nasty jobs that are just not good people. And so you have a lot of options of what to watch, and we appreciate you guys coming in and checking us out and watching with us. I love being here night in and night out, hanging out with everybody, talking with you all. And like we've said, it's certainly not pay for play here. We appreciate the PayPals and the super chats because it helps us pay the bills, and it helps us be able to afford the costs of doing this. But it's not required. We'll talk to everybody. There are a lot of channels out there. They won't even read your comment unless it's attached to a super chat. And that's not what this is about. Sports is about coming together, having fun, and cheering with or cheering against various teams. And we like to do it and have so much fun with it. So I appreciate those kind words. What you get with us is very different. We will talk, we will engage, we will have some fun, and we'll talk about all different sports and all different teams. A lot of folks, if you go into a Blue Jays stream and start talking about the Argonauts or the Marlies, they'll just ignore you. They may even block you, which is crazy. And we try to do things as professional as we can. Now, I'll admit sometimes it gets a little out of hand. Sometimes it gets a little heated and there's a little drama, but we try to minimize that because, I am getting a little grouchy in my old age. It's about cheering and eating hot dogs. That's right. It's the camaraderie. It's the camaraderie. It's funny. I was recently doing some research on the channel to see, where kind of we're positioned and how we do things. And if you go into one of these AI tools and you ask it to tell you about our particular channel, I love the results that it came up. It constantly came up saying how it's a community channel, how it's for the people, about various sports, and how everything is family friendly and user engagement and all that stuff. And I absolutely love it because it's exactly what we try to be. It's not easy by any means because these games are fast. So we're trying to call the games. We're trying to watch the chat. We're trying to pick up on all your comments and talk through. But I wouldn't have it any other way. You always made me feel, oh, Dan, I'm so happy to hear that. And that's exactly what we want to do, right? That's sports, baby. Joy, that's exactly it. I mean, how many times have we seen, and I know we're going back a couple of years now and we talk about Toronto in the playoffs, but Toronto and Tampa, Toronto and Boston, when emotions are at their highest, yes, there's some trolls that come in and try to ruin it for everybody. But how much fun do we have cheering against each other? We'll have people come in and we like to banter back and forth. We like to debate. That's what it's all about. I know Redbird, I don't know if Redbird is still here, but over on our talk stream, Redbird came in and we've had some debates back and forth about organizational structure and this and that. But that's what I love it. I love it being able to do that. I want to hear your opinions. I want you to challenge me on mine. I want to talk through it because opinions are opinions and everybody's entitled. And as long as we're respectful and we can have respectful conversations and know that it's coming from a good place, that's what this is all about. If it was easy, everybody would do. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Exactly. Sam was like part of the family now. Thanks, Joe. I feel the same way. I feel the same way. You know, it's tough. It's hard. You know, like this past weekend, or was it 2 weekends ago? Whenever it was now. I guess it was last weekend when I wasn't feeling great, right? I was losing my voice. The throat was a little sore because we were streaming so much. Man, I hated taking the weekend off. I felt so bad. Felt like I was letting everybody down. But you got to do it, right? We got to take care of ourselves. And that's why so many people always message me, "Oh, Sam, I'm sorry I wasn't in the chat on this day. I wasn't feeling good," or "Sorry I couldn't be there. I had like a birthday to go to." I'm like, listen, I appreciate it. But you know, you're here to watch on your schedule for the 10 minutes, the 2 hours, the 6 hours, however long you're able to be here with us. We appreciate it and we love it. And that's why I try to give you everything right back. I give you my all each and every night. Trash talking is all good. Just trash talking is all good. Just don't be afraid to have a full song and dance. Yeah. Who do you think the Maple Leafs should hire for head coach? Me. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, I would like them to hire the Marlies coach. I really would like John Gruden to be in that conversation. I think he's done a great job with this squad, and I think he'd be an interesting choice. You might have to put Sam in the will. We do private parties as well. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, graduations. If you need a speech for a graduation, just let me know. I can come out and give a speech. I was here giving Marley some score updates. When Sam called the NHL playoffs, he ignored me but allowed me for the gang here. We had to keep his wits. Oh, Deviate, I wasn't ignoring you. It just sometimes those playoff games get so darn fast that you know, it's hard to move back and forth. Yeah, Jamie, I think so. I think so. Alrighty. Let's get going. Hey, Prune, it was tough that day. Yeah. Works for chicken parm. There you go. Oilers hiring Babcock made nurse requested trade out of Edmonton. Joshua Wright. Hey, McDavid might not be that far behind him. All right, folks, let's get going. Oh, where did our... There it is. All right, we're going to switch our little stat over here to be refresh it again because we don't want to flood everything in for all the periods. We just want to see what's going on for period number 3. So we got to turn this one off. There we go. All right, that is reset. We're good for period number 3. They're coming on, ready to drop that puck, all tied up at 2-2. Let's go. No, Vaughn, I don't think so. I think the Cassidy story is going to end like this. Whatever happens, win or lose, Torts is going to announce he's retiring after the last game, after the cup is handed out. He's going to announce he's retiring, and then Vegas is going to rehire Cassidy to coach Vegas. I think it's the ploy and the plan all the time, which is why they've denied him talking to anybody else. So off the draw, it's going to come right back, and it's played up and out of play, so we're getting a little stoppage there. Dermot Sam will play 100 times for hire. Read assistant coach's name. Michael? That assistant coach? I'm not going to say the last name. See, Prune? Haha, right? Wouldn't that be interesting? Torts retires and they re-sign Cassidy. It's all a ploy. Gonna move this one around. I don't know. Maple Leafs talking to about 50 people right now. Chicago trying to cut through, trying to bring this in. That's what I meant. You're in your game. That gotcha. Yeah. It's crazy. Right? When those playoff games are going, like we had the other day where they went like 10 minutes with no whistle or something like that in the second period. It was nuts. Hey, Thomas, welcome in. Here's a long pass. Chicago tipping it into the Marlies' side. Going to chase it down. Quick stick trying to get in there was Villeneuve. He can't get it. Groh is there. Chicago out walking right out in front, shooting. Knocked down. Oh, Chicago coming close yet again. Are you allowed to trade coaches? That would be amazing. I'm for it. That would be cool. You could trade a coach and a player and a draft pick. All the way down. The Chicago netminder going to leave it here behind the net. Now he's going to wrap it around. Marley's trying to cut it down. Chicago knocking it out of the air, getting it through the middle of the ice. 2-on-1, shaping up. Penalty coming up here. That's going to be a hold against Pare. He took away a 2-on-1 by hanging on to the Chicago player. And the Wolves going to get a chance to go to the power play. Oh, boy. All the way from center ice. And no doubt about it, he had his left hand just grabbing him like a bear hug. Hey, Bob, how's it going? Really had a big hold of him. It would be so interesting. Broken stick. Sean needed a new stick. Chicago going to play this one down deep around behind the Marlies net. 2 minutes on the power play. Back to the point. Wolves working it around. Valimaki quarterbacking at the point. Wolves in the corner. Suzuki playing it over. Gets it returned. Looking at Valimaki. Gets him the puck. He's going to pass this one across. Here's a long shot. Arter with the save. Going to hang on to it. Unbelievable. Used to work downtown, took the train. Oh, yeah, Vaughn, the GO train. There were certain nights the GO train were just crazy. We're just absolutely crazy. Roofing season has really stepped up so far. Need to step back. Oh, no worries, Bob. Bob, you know where to find us. Just be safe up there. Draw one. Here's a shot off the draw. Arter with a big save. Puck is knocked free. It's going to come back. Wolves looking again. Arter's trying to track it back to the point. Bring this over at the side again. Wolves setting up Suzuki to I can't speak. To Valimaki. Back over. Valimaki. Cross ice shot. That's going to be deflected high. It's going to come around and out. Holy smokes. This back in the corner. Marley searching down. Going to play it around. Chicago keeping this one in around behind the net. Marley still trying to take it down. Thurn is there. He's going to get it. Plays it off the boards. And the Marlies sending it around, getting it out. Ben Soar going to turn and bring it right back up. Dishes it over. Here they come again. Nadeau playing it back. Far side. Face-off dot with a shot. Akhtiamov way out to challenge. This back to the point. Suzuki. This going to come to Nadeau. Down leap. Holy smokes. Akhtiamov with an unbelievable save as he came way out to challenge. Way out to challenge. Pare for a fight. The Jack Astor's right off Union. Like right across from me. I used to go to that Jack Astor's like right up front and was it Front University? I used to love that Jack Astor's. We went there for a bunch of the Toronto Argonaut after parties back in the day. Off roof before. I'm always tied up unless it's under 8 feet. Goes by pitch. All right, Bob. You just make sure you're okay. But yeah, take advantage of the busy season while you can. Face off in the Marlies side of the ice. 16.5 to go, third period. Marlies going to win it. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Going to flip this one all the way down the ice. Oh, little trip up. Marlies coming away with it. Down in the corner, nifty little move between the legs as Grew trying to get fancy. It's taken away. Chicago back to the Marlies side. Marlies take it away. Going to put it around the boards. This coming to the line. They're going to chip it out. Power play has expired. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Chicago, Nystrom coming right up the middle, hitting the red line. Going to blast it in. Chase around after it. Tied up there. Benning can't get it. It's loose. Benning still battling for it. He's being put into the boards. Playing it around. Marley's going to center it. It's turned over. Look out. Akhtiamov comes to play it away. Rafai in there. Comes past him. Chicago shooting. That's going to be deflected up. Benning got a piece of it, and it goes up and out of play. 12 to 13-hour days plus travel time in the sun. My goodness. Make sure you stay hydrated. I say Danford gets a Hattie this series. Wow, that would be something. That would be something. Came to the Leafs with Ed Belfour and never left. There you go. Hopefully the Leafs are going to be a better team this year. I can't wait. Can't wait. So Chicago setting up in the face-off circle here. Face-off in the Marlies side of the ice. Beverly, what's going on? So grateful for pockets of time I can spend with you all. It feels like being a family. Beverly, absolutely. And thank you so very, very much. 42 months, Beverly. Unbelievable. We love it every time Beverly comes in. She lights up the chat. This is going to be playback. We talk often about some of the amazing people we meet along the way when doing this, and Beverly absolutely is one of those people. So welcome, Beverly. Jonathan, what's up? Dropping those sticks in there. This coming across. Yeah, oh, Jamie, yeah, we'll have lots of Jays coverage this summer. Lots once the playoffs wrap up. Here's a shot deflected. Goaltender gets knocked. He's trying to get back up. Scrambling back to his crease. Marley's coming close. They couldn't put it in. Here comes Chicago back the other way. This is going to be played down. Thurn is there. He's going to flip this over to Benning. Benning looking up ice. Long pass. Marley's got a piece. They cannot get it in deep. LCA, what's going on? It's been a while. Nice to see you doing the finals. Thank you so much. Good to see you as well. Busted hella nice. Lots of water breaks. Always trying new tools to make the jobs easier. Oh, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. Bob, you are very lucky from some of the stories I've heard. That's awesome. So the Marlies coming close. Pizzetta making some contact here with Miftakov, the Chicago goaltender. No, or was it? It was Pizzetta coming in, and actually upon the replay, it doesn't look like there was that much contact. It looked like a little bit of a flop. I guess Miftakov was watching a lot of the soccer on today because holy smokes, I've never seen so much diving in my life. And I watch Olympic diving and the Red Bull cliff diving, which, oh my gosh, is crazy. All right, 14-19 to go, third period. We're tied at 2s here. Oh, yeah, Joey, it's been very hot here in Toronto. Very hot. And it's only getting hotter. We've been up, I think we've hit almost 90. It's been high 80s for sure. Akhtiamov going to play this one around. Marlies a long dump out all the way down, trying to beat out the icing. No dice. Icing on the Marlies. This is going to come back. Summers are definitely hot. Got to apply that sunscreen. Don't be like me. I went golfing and came back looking like a lobster. That sun gets you before you really know it. Hot out in Kelowna today. We're in the top 10 for shingle purchaser, Northern Ontario. Wow. Holy smokes. Almost 90 at 8 a.m. there. That's crazy. Rock lobster. That's right. This is. I came back after getting sunburnt and I put on the AC/DC and it was definitely a rock lobster. Quick shot going to be steered aside. Seeley's sending it towards the net. Hey, Russell, how's it going? Back from. Welcome back. Just playing it around, back to the point. Little head fake, trying to get that shot through. Chicago playing this one down deep. Marlies gonna play it around. Good pass. Nylander waiting for it to come back around. The Marlies gonna start to move. A little outlet pass. Big giveaway. Chicago bringing this one in. You can't be turning the puck over. Slaving gonna play it deep. It hops off the boards as Gunler missed it. And it comes right to Akhtiamov, and he's gonna hang on to it. 13:25 to go. Third period, they're going to take a little pause for the cause and a little commercial break. And it's 100. Chekia will trade off Benoit. I believe Leafs got Benoit because of Rafai. I hope so. I'm a big fan of Rafai. And look at this. Talking about Rafai. Hang on. Is it in this pile? It is. There you go. Just picked this up because I have high hopes for Marshall Rafai. There you go. Future watch. Marshall Rafai. Let's go. Got big plans. Big plans. He's one of my guys. One of my guys. So yeah, I hope Marshall Rafai has a good career. Joe, I'm hoping to. That's the plan right now. We may not get all of them, but I'm hoping to get most of them. Sunday is in question. I don't remember why. I don't remember why. There was something on Sunday. I think Sunday is a 4:00 game. I know the NHL game is at 8:00, but I can't remember what was Sunday afternoon. But other than that, the rest of them should be fine. They play Tuesday night, Thursday night, and then it goes into next weekend. So, yeah, we should be able to get a couple of these ones in. The Tuesday, Thursday, Friday are going to be all from Toronto. I think next Friday night, actually. Oh, you know what I just realized? Is it next weekend? Next week? Yeah. We're going to try and do a bunch, but I just thought of something. I'm like, oh, wait a second. I think I have something Thursday afternoon, evening, but I don't know what time I'll be back. So, yes, we'll see. We will try to get as much as we can. But yeah, those Thursday, Friday ones we'll have to see. So maybe it'll end up being less than we anticipated, but we will try our darndest. So Prep, it is still in action. 8-5 Blue Jays right now. 8-5 Blue Jays. End of the 8th inning. So going to the top of the 9th, last chance for the Yankees, Goldschmidt, Billinger, and Chisholm Jr. All right, thank you for the subscribe, whoever it was that came in, put us up to 250. Hey, Morgan, what's going on? 23rd, welcome in. All right, face-off in the Marlies zone again. I feel like most of the face-offs this period have been in the Marlies end of the ice. Off the draw, it's a loose puck. Chicago going to pick it up. Chicago going to bring this one around. Here's a long flip up all the way down. Marley's going to bust into the zone. Loose puck is going to fall into the corner. Trying to pick it up around. Nylander digging away. This is going to come around over to the far side. It's going to be scooped down low. Pare with it now. We got a broken stick coming through back up top to the point. Here's a shot. That one got through, but it just is a little high and over. Chicago takes a loose puck into the corner. They're going to bring this one down. Trying to get stood up at the blue line, getting that stick a little up high. Got to be careful there. Villeneuve spinning around, gives the puck away. Chicago back to the point. Going to play it around the boards. The Wolves trying to set it up. Loose is there. Villeneuve is going to pick it up. He sends this all the way down. Chicago with it, trying to spin away from Vallis. They send it. Marlies, little move up ahead. Marlies on the run. Benning chipping it in. Shaw was going in after it, but Chicago was there, and we got an icing call. Marshall Rafai, best all-rounder player. Weak side, RD for months. Now paired D3, Rafai and Danford. But don't let that fool you. Don't let that fool you. Danford, I mean, he is going to, both of them are going to be solid players. Both are going to be really, really solid players. So after a little bit of a conversation, they say, okay, it's not going to be an icing. We're going to drop the puck at center ice. 12-14 to go. Shots are 24 for Chicago, 21 for Toronto. Off the draw, Marley's going to play this one down the ice. Chicago background to pick it up. Legault playing it down at the Marley blue line. Marley's doing a good job forcing it. Shaw is in there digging away. So is Benning. And the Marlies bringing it back. Bo is going to flip this one up. Grew trying to get it ahead. Shaw swipes at it, knocks it into the zone. The Wolves going to back it up. Nystrom. He's going to turn. Here comes Nystrom. He's going to carry it up over the red line, and he's going to dump it in. No mistakes at this point with 11 and a half to go. You got to play good hockey. Got to be proper hockey. Shaw's going to backhand it out of the zone. Lettieri bringing it back in. Shaw getting it back for Lettieri. Lettieri kind of getting in the way. Drops it back. Here comes Benning, bringing it in, leaving it for Lettieri. They can't get it deep. Chicago turning, bringing it up far side. Chicago into the zone. Stopping, shooting. Akhtiamov makes the save, going to direct it into the corner. This back around. Murma's trying to play it ahead, trying to get a little bit of help here from Johnston. Chicago playing it to the point. Here's a long shot. That one goes wide. On the near side, Wolves bringing it into the corner. Marley standing them up, trying to take it away. Going off the glass, getting it to the line. Johnston just going to muscle this one out with a little bit of a hit here on Valimaki. Chicago dropping this one back, turning around, and the Wolves regrouping. Long pass. Chicago's been doing this all night, these long passes. Akhtiamov out of the net. He's going to play it around the glass. Comes to the line and out. Chicago at the blue line, moving it up to Valimaki. He brings it in, shoots it right on net, and Akhtiamov going to grab it in the glove and hang on it. We're going to get a whistle. Hey, James, welcome in. Nice, Captain Canada. That's awesome. It's a great price. It's a great deal for $52 under for about less than $60. Go down and catch some AHL game at the Coca-Cola Coliseum. Very affordable. The only thing I will say is the food there is quite pricey. The tickets are reasonable. The food there is astronomical. Off the draw, Chicago going to win this one back. Valimaki trying to play it up. Goes around behind the net. Chicago doing a good job controlling this puck right now on the Marlies side. Back behind the net is Valimaki, one hand on the stick. He's going to dish this one off now. Switch positions. Trying to come back across. Robidas sending this one down. Good play here as they spin around. Suzuki going to play this one up. Long shot gets blocked. It's sitting there in the middle. Marley's going to jump and push the pace. Here comes Toronto turning around as Easton Cowan. Easton Cowan, nice pass down low, and it's off the stick of Hames and around behind the net. It was a nice pass there. Good idea by Cowan. This is going to be coming down in the corner. Marley's picking it up. Going to carry it. A little pass. Got a little high. Cross ice. Trying to come up is Cowan. Cowan with it now. Cowan feeding it across. Here's a long flip towards the net. Nice job. Hames trying to get in there is Alex Nylander just flipping it towards the net. Hames almost getting a deflection on. That was a good job. If you're just coming in, welcome in. Kindly hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't hit that like button already, we would appreciate it. This comes out in the Marlies backing it up in their own zone. Little cross ice pass. Knocked down. Chicago steals. Marlies racing back. They were to play it back, but not deep. Here they come again, hitting the red line. Just going to send this one down in the corner. Chicago across. Marlies at the point. Long shot going to be deflected wide. Wolves Cal Foot playing it ahead. Here comes Chicago over the blue line. In no drop pass. Now they center it across. Coming in way down. Akhtiamov in front. Big shot, and he makes the save. This one is picked up by Lettieri. Lettieri racing down the wing on the far side. Lettieri turning the corner, driving the net. He scores! Vinny Lettieri puts it in and gives the Marlies the lead 3-2 with 8.5 to go in the third period. What a goal! Lettieri scores and the Blue Jays win. Double dinger. There you go. What a goal. Lettieri, who picked this loose puck up in his own zone, drives it down, races, turns the corner, and as the goaltender goes for the poke check, he puts it up and over. What a rush and what a play by Vinny Lettieri. Huge goal, his 9th playoff goal. He had 14 regular season goals. He has 9 playoff goals. With 8:20 to go, the Marlies have a 1-goal lead, but here comes Chicago right back. Chicago busting in. They're going to set it up. Little dangle. That's taken away. Toronto can't clear the zone. Wolves keeping this one in deep, playing it away down in the corner, away from Benning. Chicago out to the middle. Face-off circle. Back to the point. Looking. Here's a shot. That's blocked. Shot comes over. Little backhand. He gets it out. Not strong, but enough to get it out, and the Wolves going to play it all the way back. It really was fun. That was a beautiful goal. Hey, Cal, how's it going? Welcome in. Marlies take the puck away again. Going to chip this one into the zone. Racing in here. Trying to get in there is Sim. The crash and bash line is on. Pizzetta and Sim working here. Back to the point. Here's a shot. That goes way wide into the corner. Pinching up. Johnston comes over to pick up the puck, playing it down low again. This line getting some good minutes. It's turned over. They didn't clear it. Marley's going to play it back to the point, playing the high slot with a long shot. That one is knocked down. A lot of blocks. Hames, he's trying to work through, plays it to the middle of the ice. That one is taken away. Chicago going to play it ahead. Chicago skating in. Here's a shot. Akhtiamov kicking it aside as Verling was driving in. And a big collision in the corner in the Marlies' end. Both players look to be okay. Mermis got rocked. Both teams exchanging players. Fresh legs coming on. Let's go. Hey, Douglas, welcome in. This is going to be played up by Chicago. The Marlies turning, sending it over rink wide to the red line. They're going to chip it in. Marlies going to get in here first. Tvorberg is in there. Robida up on him. Cowan going to throw it towards the net. That's going to be a blocker stop to knock it down by the Wolves tendy. Chicago now up through the middle of the ice. Going to bring it in. Backhand across for the one-timer. And he completely fanned on it as Nadeau had his eyes too big and missed the puck. This is going to be played all the way down, racing for it. Chicago gets there first. Toronto bringing them into the corner. Good hustle here by Lettieri. Shaw coming in to help him out. Chicago going to put it off the glass and down. Racing in, good speed. Chicago around one, trying to get by around the rest. Noah Philp doing a nice job. Cal Foot in there as well, digging for it, trying to bring it free. 5:40 to go, third period, and Shaw is going to bat this one out of the air. Wolves bringing it all the way back, looking to get something going, and we got a whistle here. What's this call? So I'm not sure. I think Toronto is getting a penalty by the look of that reaction. But I did not see what the call was. Let me close this. So I'm trying to see right now. They haven't posted anything on the board. They did go to commercial break, so we'll see once this gets updated. But it seems like the Marlies are going to the box yet again. This is, oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Hurry up and key it into the system so we can see who did what. That's the one thing here where a lot of calls, a lot of things are made, and it's very tough to see exactly kind of what went down. And it's a little behind. So we'll see when they come back from commercial break. Yeah, Chris, that's what I'm kind of waiting to see. They blew the whistle, and the look on the Marlies' faces were kind of like, oh, kind of rolling it. Now, maybe it was, I don't think it was like a late offside or anything like that. But we'll wait and see when they come back to see what exactly this call was. Welcome in if you're just joining us. Game 1 of the Calder Cup Finals. The Marlies and the Wolves putting on one heck of a show here today. So too many men. Oh, and it's going to be against Chicago. Okay. A whole lot of confusion on the ice as the Marlies were like, what? It's going to be Chicago. Too many men on the ice. So the Marlies will go to the power play. They're 0 for 2 here today. So the Wolves for too many men. Off the draw, they're going to clear this one down. Let's go Marlies. A big opportunity here with the man advantage. Here come the Marlies up over the red line. Going to dump this one in. 5:12 to go here in the third period. Marlies with a 3-2 lead. Again, Chicago going to send this one all the way down. Worried for nothing. That's right. Worried for nothing. Here come the Marlies. Up over the line is Grew. Grew going to try to get this one low. He turns it over. In Chicago again, going to send it all the way down the ice. Chicago has been very good on the penalty kill. Very good. Here come the Marlies again, trying to set it up to get in over that line. They do. They bring it down. Going to put it around. Nylander lets it go. Comes up top to the point. It's played in. Villeneuve can't get it to Nylander. And again, Chicago sends it down the ice. Akhtiamov has to come out and play it as Chicago is coming all the way down right now. Here come the Marlies. Going to chip this one over and move forward. Toronto hits the red line, dumping it in. Nylander getting it deep. Flying in, trying to come around to pick it up was Pare. Back up top. Danford, little give and go, gets it back. Going to try Nylander on the near side. Nylander rotates over to Danford. He doesn't shoot. Looking for a shooting lane. Gives it back to Nylander. They switch spots. Back to Danford. Playing this one down low. In front, the shot right on. Digging at it. Where is it? Hands are up. The Marlies say it's in. The referee says no goal. And the Wolves come over to put the Marley player into the boards as he had a hand up. Oh, and he takes a shot. Was that a stick right in the face? Ryan Tvorberg. The referee's saying no goal. Mivtakov is arguing with the referee as well. So good work, Hames. Good pass. Knocking it down in front, and they were really battling here. Perry really battling. So let's see. The initial shot comes through. Redirect goes between the legs. They're digging. Eventually, the goaltender ends up in the net, and so does the puck. And Tvorberg behind the net gets a stick and a fist in the face for his efforts of putting his hands up. So I guess there's a little bit of a review going on here. So they're getting everything sorted out here on the ice. There's 13 seconds left of the power play. And I love it. You know, it's a Chicago broadcast when they don't say power play 13 seconds. They say penalty kill 13 seconds. Tell me you're a Chicago broadcast without telling me you're a Chicago broadcast. Hey, Blended, what's going on? Welcome in. So Marley's going to bring this one in offside. We're going to get another face-off coming up. They already don't like Tvorberg. Last two games, he's good. Opponents hate him. He's really good. He definitely does not get the respect of the opposing teams. That is for sure. Nick Suzuki is one of my favorite OHL team. Owen Sound Attack. Oh, nice. He's a good player. He's a solid player. Good leader. Off the draw. Chicago going to win this one. Bringing it back. Long cross-ice pass. Getting it down. That's going to do it. Power play has expired. We're back to full strength. 5-on-5. Marlies with one hand on the stick, trying to pull that through. That's not going to work for Sim. Marlies going to pass it up, tip it into the corner, racing in his Sim. He's going to come in with a little bit of a hit as Valimaki going to play it around. Comes out in the Marlies, putting it right back in as Benning puts it deep. 3:05 to go. 3:05 to go. Marlies with a 3-2 lead. Here's a little outlet pass. Chicago on the move, cutting towards the middle. Up over the line. Marlies forcing to the outside. Akhtiamov with a great stop with that right leg. And this is played all the way back. Hey, Sugar, how's it going? Welcome in, and welcome in, everybody. If you're just joining us today, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe as well. This coming down in the corner. Marlies Villeneuve going to play it around. Comes to Chicago. They held it in for a moment. Now it comes out, and the Marlies get it to the red line. They're just going to dump it down. So puck is going to come out of the zone. We are going to get another face-off. If you're just joining us, what you're seeing, the bottom screen down here, these are all the events that are taking place. Most of them are shots. But a couple of them are, well, do we have any? No, the one goal, the orange dot, right, or yellow dot right about here, this was the goal the Marlies scored. But all the yellow dots are from the Marlies. The others are shots. All those blue dots are the shots the Wolves have had in this third period. So we have it set for third period right now. If we turn it on for all periods, you can see a lot of the events that have been taking place. But really, it looks like Chicago has been dominating a whole lot more blue than orange. But we're going to turn it off and just leave it on for the third period just to keep it a little bit more clear. They're at commercial break now, so we will have a couple of minutes before we jump right back into play. Shots in this period, 10 for Chicago, 5 for the Marlies, total 27-24. And we got a wave. Let's get that virtual wave going. Drop those hands. 3, 2, 1. Hey, get that wave going. Get those hands going. Our virtual wave going around and around. Marlies tender is tendon. Yeah, Martin, he's been playing great. Machine, what's going on? No, we don't want overtime. Not tonight. We want the Marlies to hang on here. Teams were tied at 11 shots in the first. Toronto had 8 in the second. Chicago had 6 in the second. But here, 10 shots for Chicago in the third period, only 5 for the Marlies. So face off at center ice. Here we go, 2:25 to go. Marlies going to win the draw. They're going to chip this one in, but it's going to go out of play. So just as quick as the play starts, we're going to get another stoppage. Chicago has come. They played very, very well today. I got to tell you, I'm very impressed with how Chicago has been playing. So again, face off at center ice. 2:21. Off the draw, Chicago pulls it away. The Wolves going to bring it in. A little backhand across, goes into the corner. Empty net for the Wolves. Chicago has pulled their goaltender. 6-on-5 situation. The Wolves putting it across. Suzuki down low, trying to bring it across the Wolves. Back up top. Valimaki, he's going to play this one up. Chicago working the near side. They lose the handle. Big hit along the boards. Marlies trying to dig this one free. They're going to get it out, but not deep. Chicago backing it up in their own zone. 1:40 to go. 1:40 to go. Third period. This is going to be chipped in. The Wolves racing, trying to push up on Thrun. Comes around behind the net. Working it back. Nadell, good pass. Valimaki over. Traffic in front. The shot comes down. Chicago just missed. Still down shooting. It's blocked. They can't get it. We got a no goaltender stick. Looking, Akhtiamov, another shot. Oh, he slides around. He sees his stick. He wheels it in. Great play, and the Marlies going to tip it out. Hustling down. It's an empty net for Shaw at the backhand. Hits the goalpost. Chicago turning, bringing this one across. In over the line. They're setting it up. Last minute of play. Chicago up the middle with a shot. That one goes wide. Lettieri tying it up along the boards, trying to dig it free. Again, 6-on-5, empty net for Chicago. Digging it, still digging it. Lettieri tying it up in here. Rafai digging out some cross checks. Benning in there as well. Grew gets it free, coming along the half boards. Chicago playing it back around. Rafai up on his man. Bo Grew comes over. Grew takes it, shooting for the empty net. And that's going to miss. It's going to be an icing call with 25.2 seconds left to go. Wow. Tom, how's it going? Welcome in. Jeff, welcome in. Morgan, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Hey, Douglas. Oh, boy. He is pretty good. He's been outstanding in these playoffs. He's been very, very, very good. With no stick, Akhtiamov moving from right to left, left to right, all over the point. Mega. Maybe one day. Holy smokes. So timeout called here by Chicago as they're going to regroup. Get things organized. Looks like we got Brindamore, Suzuki. I couldn't see the others. Big play here. Big, good crowd. The Chicago crowd has been a good crowd here tonight. But boy, they're feeling it right now. They are putting on a show. The Marlies and the Wolves for the AHL Calder Cup. The finals. This is game 1. And it has been a great game. Been very exciting. Sean says, put me in, coach. All right, face off. Coming up to the left of the Marlies netminder. Here we go. Brindamore in for the Wolves. Ball start. Regroup, do it again. Empty net for Chicago. 6-on-5 situation. Intense moments here. Marlies up 3-2. All right, they're ready to drop it. Or not. Are you linesman? Now the puck is dropped. Scramble. It's like a rugby scrum. Chicago coming away backhand. Akhtiamov with a big save. It's loose. They dig it in front. Another shot. That one's blocked. The Marlies going to shoot for the empty net. No, it's held in. They get it again. The Marlies bringing it out. A little pass across. The shot for the empty net. Latari scores. Bo Grew unselfishly feeds the puck over to Vinny Latari, and he puts it in the empty net to give a 4-2 lead for the Marlies. Latari has been absolutely incredible. They came close. Chicago came super close. My cousin Vinny, what a great movie blended. Oh, man. An unselfish feed from Grew to give it to Latari, and he puts it in his 10th playoff goal. His second tonight. Absolutely wild. Vinny Latari leading the AHL playoffs in goals. And the horn is going to go. Game 1 is in the books. The Toronto Marlies open it up with a 1-0 lead after game 1. Way to go, Marlies. What a game. Unbelievable. 4-2 is your final. 4-2. The Toronto Marlies take the W. 28 shots for Chicago, 25 shots for the Marlies. Absolutely incredible. Your goal scorers, it opened up Bradley Nadeau from Suzuki and Robida in the first. Then Ben Danford gets his first and ties it up from Vinny Latari and Bo Grew. In the second period, it was Skylar Brindamore. He gets his second from Gunler and Legault. And then Cedric Pare gets his fourth from Tvorberg and Vallis. And in the third period, it was all Marlies. Vinny Latari, his 9th from Vallis and Marshall Rafai. And then Vinny Latari, his 10th from Grew. Absolutely outstanding. Nadeau, one of the stars of the game. Nadeau played very, very well here tonight. Cedric Pare is going to be star number 2. Pare coming out. He played a good game. He gets the booze. And your number 1 star tonight, Vinny Latari. 2 goals. And he now leads the Calder Cup playoff stats. Vinny Latari. Unbelievable. 10 goals. He's got 20 points to lead the way. Great job. Villeneuve is up there. He's got 16 points. Logan Shaw with 15 points. Nadal is up there with 15 points as well. So is Suzuki with 14. But Vinny Lettieri, 19 games played, 20 points, and he does it. But we would be remiss if we didn't say outstanding performance here by Artur Akhtiamov. Akhtiamov was absolutely incredible for Toronto. He made some big saves, especially there at the end with no stick. So he came through in a big way. Amir Moftakov, who had a long travel day to get here to Chicago, he had a pretty good game as well. I know he gave up a couple, but he played really good. And I got to tell you, it was DV8. You said it back after the 2 goals were scored. You said, there you go. Akhtiamov gave you 2. You're not getting any more. And you were spot on. He does not often give up more than 2. So great call, DV8. Thank you all so much. Congratulations to the Blue Jays beating the Yankees 8-5. You Savage picking up the win there. Sucks for the Toronto Argonauts. They lost today. And Team Canada drawing in their opening World Cup match. What a great day of sports. It was absolutely awesome. Folks, we will see you Sunday night. We're going to be off tomorrow because we got some things we going to be. But we appreciate you hanging out. We'll see you this weekend. Have a great evening. Thank you to the moderators for doing everything that you do. We know it is certainly a long a long run this time of year, so we appreciate it. Thank you, Jordan and Joshua, for the gifts over on the talk. For everybody who gave us a like, hit that subscribe, shared us out, or gave us a view, thank you for watching along with us. We look forward to seeing you again. 3rd time's a charm, or 3 strikes, you're out. There you go. Either one, right? Either one. Stanley Cup is going to be Sunday night. Stanley Cup is going to be Sunday night. Tomorrow night is NBA basketball. We won't be live for it. I'm hoping I can catch the end of the game, but I'm sure you'll find somewhere to watch it. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for watching along with us. This was a lot of fun. Have a great night. Peace, love, enjoy your sports, but more importantly, have a great weekend. Buck, thank you for that subscribe. We'll see you again real soon. Good night, everybody. Take care. This is Samwelb saying, see you next time. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Without it.